Excellent.
Okay, guys.
Oh, no. An liar in the tone here.
For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you are. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing Jeff Talanian's Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And with me today are the stars of the Reavers of Thule campaign. I'm going to go in the order I've got you guys left to right on the screen here. You guys can give us introduction to who you are and who you're playing. So first up is Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl Rodriguez from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm playing Iphigenia Acanthorotus, a Amazonian warlock.
Nice. I think Carl's also the one who, of all of us, except for maybe George, is warmest.
Yes.
I'm in Austin, Texas, so
nice.
it's a little cold here.
Cool.
But...
Oh, you sons of bitches.
Sorry.
It's a minus 40 this morning, which is the same temperature. So
it's
miserable.
Sorry.
Not that cold here.
You see why I tend to lean into the land of ice and snow stuff for this campaign. From hard experience. Next up is Hobbs.
Hey everyone, I am Jason Hobbs, gamer extraordinaire.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
And I am playing Preda, a half-blood Pictish purloiner, which is kind of a multi-class cleric thief.
Nice. And next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm a, regular guy playing an irregular guy. Jason, Chimerian Berserker, hit level 3, so we're going to do even more killing now.
Awesome.
And next up is George.
I'm George Trayton. I'm playing a Chimeric Celt warlock called Malo Black, who is sort of a disgraced kind of knight in an ancient Eastern order who's on an impossible quest. And so far has ignored all that and just killed a bunch of stuff.
Next up is Robert.
I'm playing Reagan, a female rune graver. Kev keeps calling her a rune carver, so I can't remember the right name.
Yours is not a bush leaf DM. So.
And she just hit second level. It might actually do better when piercers drop on her head. So.
Nice. Yeah. Next up is Colin.
Yeah, I'm Colin Spikepit Green, also known as Kane the Hammerer. He's a pretty simple kind of guy, easy enough to get along with, but don't take any rubbish.
And last but certainly not least is Will.
Hi, my name's Will Arnold. I am playing a monk class of Amar Khalsa Singh. He is a Sikh warrior who transported here from the 18th century Earth.
Nice. And Will is also rocking a Hyperborea t-shirt too, so.
Oh, nice.
Meaning business tonight. All right, or today, whatever. So, a couple things. First off, last session we did have a bunch of people hit a new level. So I have not updated any of the character sheets yet because I'm having challenges with my laptop, so I've just been postponing doing any further work on that. But I think everyone other than Colin should have been able to figure out whatever their extra abilities are. For hit points, what we're doing is just a flat half for half rounding down for your odd levels. Wait, no, half rounding down for your even levels, half rounding up for your odd levels. So for you, Colin, we'll use you as the exemplar. It's not that I was too lazy to update your character sheet, it's that I was intending to use you as an example. Did I?
You're always making an example of me, Kevin.
Okay, so your basically your THAC0 will go down by 1. Okay. So your you can change that on your character sheet as well too, because I think it actually works now. So if you change it,
you can.
Yeah, so if your
combat, change the level, your fighter level, and it changes everything.
Does it change the fighting ability?
Yeah, change the fighting ability. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Your fighting. Excuse me. Your fighting ability will now be bump you up to 3. Fighting ability is now a 3, and you also get an extra, because you are level 3. You will be gaining 6 extra hit points plus your con modifier, which is.
Well, look, no hands. Look, no hands. Look at that.
No, that's what am I looking at? Oh. So let's see. 6 is plus 1, so you'll get another plus 5. Sorry, no, that's not right. 6, 7 plus 7. So now your total max hit points are 24. Good lord.
Woo!
Clearly,
Nice.
you need to be kicking the shit out of you more.
Hey.
By which I mean Kane, not you. All
Feeling
right,
brave there, Kev.
I'm going to get a flight, and then I'm going to... All right. So, as I did with Kane's character, too, if you guys gain levels and you gain hit points, you can add those to your current hit points as well as your max. So you're still beaten up from whatever happened before. Does anyone have... Oh, I guess the only people who would have gained spells would have been Malo, Iphigenia, and Preda.
And I didn't level.
And Reagan as well, too.
Yeah, Reagan gained a rune.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep.
You unlocked your rune.
Yeah, Iphigenia didn't gain spells. She just can cast. I think the Warlock is a slower progression.
Yes, I'm still 2nd level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it disappointing, or is it unsurprising that I've already forgotten whether it's Rune Carver or Rune Graver?
Expected.
I got a memory like an Etch-a-Sketch. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I would use an epic sketch for the runes. That would be awesome.
Be a lot
So
less
when you
sweaty
get
for you.
so when you get a bit shaken, you forget everything.
Absolutely. Not too much jostling. All right. So what happened last session, guys?
We found some stuff.
Yeah, so
what I
let's
said.
see.
I almost feel like we should read Arlen's epic poems.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
man.
All right.
Yeah.
Arlen should read it.
Allow me.
They're so great, and no
channel-
one else gets to hear them, just us.
Yeah, all
Bard.
right, go ahead.
Let me find it.
We've got him on the
All
hot.
right.
Yeah.
Doing that, I will remind everyone that you start with 1 point of Astonishing Fortune at the start of the session. Everyone's got that. And Arlen, I'm going to give you 2 more as
Excellent.
a result of that. And remember that at the end of the session, if you guys don't use all of your Astonishing Fortune points, they convert into 50 points of XP.
Excellent. All right. Into the wilderness we went and found fellows from the gallant's wreck, too tied to twisted sorcery, their souls condemned for it. That's looking at you two, the women that we found. But we went on with them and the baggage they brought into the dank depths of a cave where prey for our sharp blades sulked, a ravenous reptile and pitiless piercers that dropped out of the darkness. And from the blackness came creakings of fickle and furious foliage that thirsted for the bright blood of adventurers. And there were insects too, enormous ones, alongside oversized amphibians who bled red blood beneath Jason's blade. Worse still, foul fungi dwelt in those depths where they slept and sleep again. Perhaps they are even worse than sorcery. Sturges slid and skittered from the depths unplumbed, brought our fellows to the brink, despite their feast on other folks who we found dead and wealthy and drained. Their gold and silver and vigor renewed us, and soon the caves will ring with war cries, kill the creatures from the deep.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yay.
Hey.
All right, so everybody listening, remember that because we're going to all die at the end of the session.
Was it a rallying cry or was it a funereal dirge? I don't know.
Exactly.
We will find out. Okay. So you guys we're going to take a moment to retreat and kind of collect yourselves. This was after, I think, last session. A number of you were quite badly, I think the medical term is shit kicked. Geez, like Preda's got barely any hit points left. Actually, you guys aren't looking all that bad.
Well, I think
just
a lot
got
of
a
us
few
leveled
'cause we went
up
up in level,
so
yeah.
yeah.
I'm about
That
half.
helps.
Yeah, so I mean, this is effectively like every middle school coach is just a good like pat in the butt and like a good hustle, and you guys are good to go again. Except for Preda, because Preda is pretty banged up.
Without question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys? Okay, I guess the other thing is what did you find last session?
I found some good stuff.
Yeah,
Loot-wise.
we found a bunch of money from people that the Sturges had killed.
I will
I've
let
actually
you
got it
know.
written down, I think.
So the two
there
things
was-
I'm normally really shit at are keeping track of XP that I award and keeping track of what treasure I award. So if you guys don't track it, it will be lost to me.
I've got the gold, the money. I've got
Nice. Okay.
I believe.
And I think we found
So
a deck of many things. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
and there's not just money. There's some wine skins, which will help because we're still in the
Mhm.
wilderness. Some
Yep.
silver arrows and a +4 cloak of protection.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
there is.
Yeah, that's
Crazy
awesome.
good. Because that adds to saves and to AC, I believe.
Yeah.
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 And then I pulled out the cloak of protection, and then there was a brass wand.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Right, that wasn't identified yet.
Right.
It makes things seen or makes unseen things seen or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Runes on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the money total?
All right. So the total money was 2,000 copper pieces, 800 electrum pieces, 600 silver pieces, 1,000 gold pieces, and 300 platinum pieces.
Jesus, who's this generous DM?
I don't know, but I love him because I love that cloak.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I suppose it makes you a ripe target for pickpockets.
I'm guessing there's a tax stat or
Yeah.
gold barg of like about 5,000 gold, something like that.
But I believe that was everything. The wine skins and the arrows, and then the wand and the cloak.
Yeah.
So I believe that's all the treasure that we had found and brought back into here.
Yeah, and coins don't weigh that much in Ash either.
Oh.
Oh, good.
So we were looking at that last time. You compare this to like BX or to be honest, even Pathfinder. The coins are a lot lighter than you would expect. I think it's like 10 pounds per 1,000 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're super heavy in them old games, aren't they?
Yeah.
Super heavy.
Well, because I think that they were picturing like movie doubloons. Where it's really,
right,
it's gonna be precious metals will be hammered down to these really thin things.
yeah.
This is what I think about when I walk the dog. It's the coin. All right. Here we go. The coin weight is each single coin is 1/100th of a pound. So 1,000 coins is 10 pounds.
Wow. That's awesome.
And it was the total was I think 4,500 coins. So
Yes, it's 45
45 pounds divided by 7 people. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many of you guys have 18 strength?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A bunch of us.
I know. That's
Yeah.
a lot of us.
Yeah.
All right. So I have I'll just type up the divided by 7 in the chat.
Great.
So what about the cloak? I mean, the last magic item you guys found was the scimitar +1, that snake bite scimitar. You didn't have any kind of method or rhyme or reason as to how you were dividing those things. How does the group sort of propose determining who's going to get this thing?
I mean, in that case, with the scimitar, I happen to be specialized. That was my weapon mastery, so
Yeah.
that's why it sort of made sense. I think we should maybe do a similar thing, but make sure everybody gets something first, and then go around for people who get a second thing. If you know what I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah.
My notes
Yeah.
say a +2 scimitar.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely
Oh,
a
it's
plus 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why you guys need
Oh,
to
I have
record
it written down. It's not going anywhere.
Oh man. Okay,
So we've got
guys-
what? We got a wand and a cloak right now that need to be distributed.
Yeah. So the wand, someone's going to need to prepare and cast Identify, right? And if I remember, it is like an old school version of Identify, so it does take quite some time. And I think it kicks the shit out of your constitution.
Your con, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Just straight
Well,
out of AD&D.
Do we necessarily need to know what it is right now?
No, and actually, I don't have an Identify. I don't know Identify.
I don't either.
I mean, you don't want anything
Yeah, I
getting
don't
kicked. You don't want anything getting a kick in whilst you're down in this horrid place, do we?
Yeah. I think we have no choice anyway. I don't think we have access to that kind of magic.
Okay. So who would be able to use it anyway?
Sounds like anybody. I don't know.
Well, I
that
guess
for sure.
with the wand, without knowing what it is, you wouldn't know
Oh, okay.
could or could not use it. So I appreciate the end run around the Identify. Let's figure out what kind of spell it is. I see you have game, Colin.
Well, just a bit.
Okay. Oh, we lost Will. I'm gonna. I can't actually type. Can someone type in the chat of the Hangout? Oh, I guess it's not showing up in that. I'm trying to figure out how to get if this shows up. It does not. Okay. Well, carry on with the discussion of the division and stuff. Oh, we lost Will in roll 20 as well, so it may not
Maybe.
be the
It might be rebooting.
Yeah.
So the cloak, that's the biggest item we've gotten so far. Who do we think really needs to be defended? I mean, that's a significant benefit.
And why doesn't everyone put their AC in the... We know all your saves will be about the same anyway, just because it's based on your level, not your class.
Yeah.
Put your AC in and see who's a squishy and who's not.
An alternative is get it to one of the tanks so that they can tank even more.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of my first thought, that we might want to give it to... I don't know if it happens yet, but at some point I'm going to start destroying everything I wear when I go into rage. So I'm not going to take the
That's
cloak.
awesome. Yeah.
But I was thinking we might give it to Kane or something like that, since he's sort of our big man up front.
So Will's 2 cents is he can't wear armor, so that's why he wants the cloak.
Oh, well,
Gotcha.
then that's
Right.
also a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say give it to Will.
Yeah, he's the monk, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and from a role-playing perspective, Reagan kind of looks at it and she's like, she has an obvious look of distaste on her face when she realizes it's magic and something that you can wear.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. Robert, you get a point of astonishing fortune for that.
All right. And she makes a comment that be really, really careful with this thing. Make sure you can take it off.
Yeah. And I guess for those listening at home too, Reagan actually made an appearance in the prelude to this campaign.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I thought that was Reagan the daughter in the
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that was the
Awesome.
she hasn't said it to anybody, but that was the ring basically. First part.
So we can, while that does indirectly make her responsible for her father's death, you didn't get XP for his death. Or actually, did he die? We don't know for certain he did.
I don't think he
Yeah.
died. Oh.
He might have turned into one of those creepy, ice stains or whatever they are.
Yep.
I think the captain's still alive somewhere out there in Thule.
Brander Brineborn.
Ever hopeful. Oh, man. That was a brutal session. I really had to set out to kill everyone at the start of that.
That was.
For sure ended up there.
That's why you should do it in prelude, though.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay.
It felt appropriate for a Nordic tale.
Yeah. Okay, so Will is still wrestling with his interwebs, I think.
But I think sounds like we're in agreement that we should give that to Will.
Give it to Will, since he can't put on anything heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance.
Okay, so Mar will have that.
I think Freda said no chance.
No
though.
chance.
I'll fight
I'm
you
just
for it.
kidding.
I think only the people who actually found the gear get votes, and Jason is prepared to hand over it to Will, or to Amar.
Right.
So
So you know what's happened here, guys? All of let's hear. Is this? Yeah, because of the update to the audio features, they've removed all of our previous sounds, which means you're not going to hear the perpetual sound of a waterfall anymore.
Oh, I mean, that's too bad.
Good. That makes me keep.
Don't you worry. I'm going to keep looking here. What does it sound like? Oh, we're waiting for Will to get back.
All right, what I'm actually doing is trying to figure out my spells, so it seems like I'm slow. That's why.
Hey, George, did you level up to Dad, man?
I leveled up, but I cheated. So
You cheated.
I'm working on it. I think I'm close.
Okay.
I feel like once I'm not like, is he alive? When that starts happening,
Yeah.
then I'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, that happens a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see Will back on. I see Will back on roll 20. You can hear us? I take it.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah,
So-
I'm back. Good. Sorry
we have
about
some
that.
good news. So the bad news is you did miss the back and forth and the ugly words that were exchanged in determining who's going to get the actual loot here. But the good news is that it's Amar.
Yay! Touchdown! I was so frustrated. I was like, oh, I want to get the cloak. I have no armor, and then everything froze. And I'm like, no!
The bad news is Amar only has 1 hit point left because we all beat on everybody to see.
That's all right. I can heal myself.
It's a vigorous round of Rochambeau.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Okay. So, Amar, then you've got, you now are the proud owner of a Cloak of Resistance. A cursed Cloak of Resistance +4.
Right. That's right.
Sorry.
Nothing.
Something slipped out there. Okay, so then that's that. Then what are we doing? Hold on, is that sound working?
Yes, I'm hearing it.
All right, okay, cool. Excellent.
Oh, you've done it again. I'm looking around for a lead here.
So good.
That's awesome.
I got in another campaign. I've got this sound of like wind howling through trees that's been running for about 3 or 4 months now. So I'm progressively driving my players insane. Okay, so then what are we doing for the evening? So you guys are still finding yourself in that one sort of alcove in the what do you call it in the cave. You will be able to go 1 day without food. So, if you don't have any of that bear meat left, I think how much do you have left now? Because you went through, you had 19, and then you had to feed, at the start of yesterday, you had to feed 9 people. So I think you still have 10 portions left of that.
Yeah.
So if you want to eat and not worry about, starting the clock running for that, you got that. And there's also that pool of water right over here where those toads were.
We killed a lizard or something, some sort of lizard thing that we said was edible.
Yes.
That's right.
yeah, but it's going to be a little difficult to get back because we also took our leap over the chasm. Yeah.
But
Although
we can come around the other way.
we could eat toad probably if we got desperate.
I'm not sure how you would start a fire in here though, because there's no.
So
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
when the conversation leads to this food, Preda scornfully says, "Do not fear. Raven has blessed me with the ability to purify food and drink."
Oh,
Very good.
Okay.
Awesome.
very cool.
So now we just need food and drink.
It only requires the sacrifice of your blood.
Yeah, and those of you who are familiar with Raven is the god of tricksters and liars, though. So,
Oh.
We only need to
shall
kill
see.
Amar so I can have that cloak.
No.
I'm just kidding.
okay, so then what is the plan, guys? Like, you're all pretty beaten up. Do you plan on taking, basically, you're not going to get access to your new abilities or spells or whatever else unless you take a full, a 20 or 8 hour rest. Do you guys want to do that and then carry on into the cave, or what?
That was our intention, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to try to head to Tuleborg, though.
No, we're gonna rest here so we can continue.
No, I know. After
Yeah.
we rest, we'll head to
Yeah, so we
Tuleborg.
need to decide
Yeah.
if there's anything else in the cave we want to do, or if we're on to Tuleborg.
I mean, I feel like the reason we came into the cave, we accomplished. A, we found water, and B, we followed these people and found, remains.
Yeah.
And we're like a day away, we think, from Tuleborg.
Why don't we rest and then make a decision?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I thought we said that.
So, your healing is, I believe it's your hit dice. Is how much, whatever your hit dice is, I think you roll that, add your constitution modifier, that's how much you heal from an evening's rest. Does that sound right to everyone?
Sorry, what was it? It was.
I think it's your hit dice plus your constitution modifier.
A little bit.
Yes.
Full hit dice. So if your hit dice is
Yeah,
1d8,
you roll
Just
roll your hit dice type, and then you modify by hit points.
yeah, by your
It's
hit.
G61 of the
got it.
G61 of the player's manual.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. I'm full. And Prada was still really that low, or did you level
Yes.
up, right? How hops?
I did, but it wasn't that much. So.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, 1. You get plus 1 to that.
What? Oh, 1.
So you got
Look at
2. Your
Nice
con
job,
should be a
Alan.
plus 1.
Look, if you don't like the first roll, you just roll it again, don't you?
Yeah.
So what I got? So I got 2 hit points. Wow.
Wait,
2 hit points.
Oh, 1d8? How do I do this? Is it splash? Or...
Oh, and we're resting, so Jason can rage again.
Yes, he can.
Exciting.
Yes.
All right. So morning comes, or not morning, but when you guys get your rest, let's see if anything interesting happens over the night.
You can't say morning comes and then say, let's see if anything interesting happens.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
That's right.
Morning comes and we all turn into turnips.
That's rule 1. That's rule 1 hour ago.
That's right.
Well, morning comes, but let's see what actually happened to us.
Okay.
Or if we're still here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I take it everyone's taking turn at watch.
Yeah.
I love about playing in roll 20s. I can make a D7.
Nice.
1, 2, 3. All right. So Arlen, you, or rather Jason, is awake when this happens. Let me just figure out where these. Wrong layer. There we go. All right. So go ahead and position yourselves, guys, where you, is that sort of where you see yourself sleeping?
I'm going to spread out a little bit, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sleep on fire because it's probably safer.
I want to be over by the edge.
All right. So, Jason, you are the one who is, awake and around the, you had oh, geez,
Yeah,
So
we're
8
going to be in
hours.
complete darkness.
Yeah.
I think.
How many torches do you guys have? Because they only last for an hour.
Right. I've got 1 left.
We have 6 torches that we discovered, so that can cover 6 hours of our
Okay.
time.
So we need to have 2 more torches to make up the time.
So I have 1.
I have a question first.
Yep.
So the length of time that the torch actually gives light is dependent on the amount of pitch on the end, but the torch is still flammable. So if you start a little fire with the torches that have ran out, then that is a whole nother thing, right? That's going to add even more embers.
I'm
going
going
to
to because of the amount of ambient moisture in here, that's not going to be feasible.
The torches won't be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this whole place was just full of mist that's being cast off by those waterfalls, and we've been describing how the torches have been sort of like giving off, tons of smoke because of that. So
those dead guys had a bunch of equipment though, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, that's what we were saying is that,
Yeah, that-
we took all their torches, so that'll cover 6 hours of the 8 hours that we need to rest.
And
Yeah.
you've got one.
Before
I
we
got
go on, though, Hobbs,
I got one.
what I
got
will do is the next time that one of you makes the roll to start a fire, if you're going to do that, I will give you a bonus of say like +2 to the chance to get your fire started.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be, I don't want to see a good idea get nothing from it. Okay, so we've got.
I'm used to it.
Those 6 torches.
Or your players used to it. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
That too.
So the 6 torches found in the from the allies, those are gone.
Yep.
Or really allies from the dead adventurers, and then 2 other ones are gone. Let's roll and see what hour of sleep. Now, in the Wilderness Survival Guide, there's a scale of how much sleep you need and whatever else, depending on who's keeping watch. I'm not really going to worry about that right now. Okay, so it's actually just in the last. You're like one of the last people keeping watch.
All right.
You are the penultimate watch. When would you kindly give me a D6 roll, please? Let's see if there is any surprise. And let's assign the surprise and initiative rollers, or the initial ones at least. Who wants to be rolling surprise to start? I guess Want isn't the.
Well, I guess
who is going to be?
Should we just start on the left with Carl and Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Carl, you're rolling surprise. Hobbs, you're rolling initiative until you fail, and then it keeps moving on.
Why you
All right.
laugh?
Because we know you're going to fail.
I thought that was why.
Yeah. Okay. It's worse when it's a small party because it just goes back and forth.
Right.
All right. So, Jason. So unfortunately, there is no warning for this, so I'm not going to bother rolling surprise. This will just be happening. So, you're sort of describe it for us. Maybe like what is it that we see as Jason sitting around this smoldering torch that's sitting in the one dry spot? It's on a pile of 4 or 7 other torches at this point. It's the last one sort of smoldering, and you're looking around. What do we see? I
think we can see Jason. He's kind of sitting against one of the cave walls, looking around, and he's tough, but he's a little inexperienced, so he doesn't know to not look at the torch because it kills your dark vision. So every time he passes over it, he can see just the small torchlight area, but he's not thinking about how ought to hold it off to the side or something to not look at it. Maybe even holding, he grabs his bastard sword every once in a while and just sort of tightens his grip on it to make sure that he's ready.
Okay. So it's at one of those moments where he looks off and he's seeing the kind of like tracers or whatever that in the darkness, and you blink and you hear sort of the sound of like flexing leather, but it's a split second before. Let me see here. I don't have a handout for it yet, so which means I get to make one. Yes. Love me my handouts. Pretty sure a good chunk of my student loan went towards printer cartridges in undergrad, so I could have picture handouts. All right, where is it here? Where is this thing? Where is this thing that will be causing problems for our stalwart heroes? Excellent.
Small.
So you hear that sound of flexing leather, and then suddenly something is suddenly leaping out of the darkness at you. And what it looks like is that.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh boy.
That's not
And
good.
it is about the it probably stands about as high as like a Great Dane. It's not like bigger than you are, but it stands lower than you, but the creepy legs that are driving this thing forward as it leaps out are certainly a bigger overall space than you. So let me make an attack roll against you. That definitely does not hit. So one of them, it misjudges you and kind of lands on the ground behind and skitters around, gets ready to go. However, there are more.
Oh.
I heard the one of
Wow. Another misses you as you duck out of the way. You clearly saw, had some your, I guess, feral instincts kick in, and you deke back, and another one goes flying past you. But a third comes in and does manage to connect. You take 1 point of damage, and I need a save.
A save.
Yeah, and it'll be a save versus poison. So I think that's
Save versus poison. All right. I think
Very
this
light
will roll
poison.
it correctly. Yep. No, well, that didn't roll it quite correctly, but I failed anyway because I rolled a 3.
what did it get wrong?
Oh no, I rolled a 2. It did roll it correctly. It
did roll it correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. Now I need to quickly look up because for those who are unfamiliar at home, Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers has one of I think the best rules for poison in RPGs, because the poisons are actually kind of interesting and useful. They're not just strictly save or suck.
Cool.
That's good for me.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if anyone has any ability to craft stuff, that is a pretty helpful way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Okay, so here we go. Where's the... Oof. Yeah, thank God it's not a phase spider. Okay, so I need... you failed your save, which means you are going to take some extra damage. And that damage is... There we go. Boy, I cannot wait till the DM screen gets here.
Yeah.
Oh, are they making one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
awesome.
came out with the last Kickstarter.
It looks really,
Oh, cool.
looks really nice. The PDF looks really nice.
Oh, cool.
So you fail to save, and you take 11 points of damage as your veins go on fire.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Okay. So this thing's vicious. It's like, stiletto-like fangs sink into you, and you shake it off, but unfortunately not fast enough. And unfortunately,
Does he cry out with that, waking us all from our slumber, or
I
what?
think it would, yeah. So let's see here. We do have 2 more, though. One of them comes skittering down from the ceiling, kind of, across, and then drops down on Iphigenia. Let's see here. One of them for sure did not hit. The other, I think they probably are getting in each other's way, trying to get at her tender flesh. And let's see here. If
Understandable.
understandable, you were considering it. I'm really hungry.
I have to purify it first, of course.
It's your handy cannibalism spell. Okay, so Iphigenia, I take it that so the THAC0 for this thing would be 19, which means I hit an AC of 3.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
it's just armor on.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage as you're shocked awake, and I need a save versus poison from you as well, please.
Okay. Which one is that one?
It's
It's a regular save, I guess. Okay.
What is it here? I know that your
Nope.
con modifier gives you a bonus to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I didn't. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't. It's still a failure. 8 is still a failure. So.
So fail. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then, once again, or as with Jason, this poison courses through your veins. You, however, only take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Extra on top of the regular. So, whew.
So 7 total. Okay.
All right. Okay, and this, as a reminder to you guys, if you track it on your token, it'll update on your character sheet. Holy crap. All right, now.
Wait, so we didn't get our healing then?
You would have, yeah. I'm fine with
Okay.
you. You guys were close enough to dawn that
Okay.
whatever benefit you would have gained from healing, you can have that. Now, what I need is
Yeah, man. I've got my
Carl,
2
you are
hit
in charge
points.
of rolling surprise. Let's see how fast our heroes are able to react. So give us a D6 roll. On a 1 or 2, you guys are a little too stunned by what's going on. Anything
2.
higher, and you guys are good to act.
We're good.
Did it?
Right, that was the
Nice.
I'm surprise roller, right?
All right. So you guys are sleeping only, half asleep as you guys are able to easily leap into action. So, guys, let's declare action for the round. Remember to declare a melee, missile, magic, or movement for each phase. It does not appear that the spiders will be intending on casting magic this turn, so... All right. And I'll roll initiative. I'll tell you what you need to beat here, Hobbs. Hobbs, beat my 5.
Ooh.
Go, Hobbs.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Oh.
Arlen, you are now in charge of initiative.
All right.
You're
So-
only as good as your last roll.
That means
That's right.
I hope I roll again soon.
now, oh shoot, Iphigenia, you're prone and you're without your shield still. However, I rolled garbage for one of them, so it looks like only one more hit. Give me another save, please. Here we go. Now she's going to show us how it's done.
Nope.
That's not how it's
She's
done.
dead. She's gonna be dead.
Okay, so you took 2 points of damage from the bite. And only 2 more points of damage, so 4 in total between poison and the bite. But you can see there's like this, kind of like, I hate to say spider web, but like this spider web of black necrotic pattern that's spreading across from where you were bit. Jason, you have several more of these carnivorous.
Yeah. Can
Things
I berserk rage reflexively after I just got bit, or do I have to wait until my turn?
I think it's, I'm going to have to say it's probably your turn.
Okay.
Oh, however, you know what you could do, though, is spend a point of astonishment to break the rules.
Oh, to rewrite the rules to go
Yeah.
into rage. I love going into rage. Let's do that.
Okay. What is your, go ahead and add to the blue bar whatever your 10 hit points are.
Yep.
Okay. And then I will make the roll for you, or roll for the, what do you call it, for the spiders. Oh, garbage, and more garbage. And I rolled a nat 1. So now I can't remember if we have set fumble rules or not. I'm fine with we're using the critical rules from the rule book, so it makes sense that we'd also have fumbles. The fumbles will cut both ways. What do you guys think? Do we want fumbles in this campaign or not? I think it makes it very interesting.
I don't like fumbles because it makes me feel like it too often makes the characters look incompetent and goofy.
And that's the player's job to do that. So.
That's right.
I'm happy either way.
Either way, yeah.
Okay. So we'll just so then they just miss. They're all sort of scrambling around trying to get at you, and there's it's like overeager puppies trying to get to one thing. They're sort of knocking each other out of the way. You take no hits. Heroes on melee.
Nice.
What you doing?
All right. Why don't I do some bastard sword hits?
Nice.
I like it.
1. Oh, that second one isn't as good.
Okay, so the first one does. Let me see here. It fucking annihilates one of these things. The second one, again, your eagerness has overtaken your accuracy, and you swing wild over it.
It looked good though.
attacks.
It looked good.
It did.
It looked good.
Well, I think maybe I got another like surge of the venom or something in the middle of the swing and
Yeah.
kind of cringe with it, and that's why it doesn't connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go? Who else is Meline? Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna melee. I'm gonna draw my scimitar, shing, and rush over at this spider here.
Yeah.
And make my attack. Here we go. Hit AC2.
AC2 definitely hits, and that should be enough to take this thing down as well.
Lords of Light. That's a reference for you, Kev.
Yeah, much appreciated. Okay. Wow. Down. And let's see. Sorry, I'm checking one thing here. I've had flanking on the brain, so I'm seeing if one of the combat modifiers you guys can get is from flanking.
Yeah, I'm still prone though. I don't know if that would.
Let's see here. Carl, you may be a player, but you got a DM's heart. Nah, I know we could get that bonus, but we don't need it. Flank gives him -1 to AC in this game. If you guys are planning your tactics, just an FYI. Okay, and flank. There actually isn't rules for what specifically flanking is, so I'd probably say if you've got like 2-on-1, that would be sufficient to flank.
Cool. No, that makes sense. That's super easy to employ as well.
Yeah. Plus, I have 2 spiders on 1 Jason right now.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Okay. All right, so we've got Malo and Jason have gone. Who else wants to melee this round?
Iphigenia can melee, right? Yep. Or go ahead.
Okay.
So, what is a penalty for fighting from prone?
Fighting from prone is...
Well, you could use your half move to stand.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I think that that would draw an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, why don't you let me go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll pile in to there.
Good idea.
Go ahead.
Boom, like that. And then hopefully that'll give you a bit of cover whilst you stand up.
Oh, are these lesser foes for Caden?
They are, yes.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay, later.
Get a lot of attacks.
Later smackdown.
Here we go.
Hits armor class 4 for 8.
Okay, hit armor class 4 for 8. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I was looking at the modifier. It doesn't look like there's a penalty for fighting prone. There's just a penalty to your AC. So you can attack fine from being prone. It's just your AC is garbage.
Yeah, you're easy to hit because you're scrabbling around. Yeah.
But that is massive. You went running over to help Jason? Okay.
Yeah.
Bam! They are no longer.
Oh, is that Jason?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
I'll help Iphigenia the way you were supposed to help that.
Yeah, man, I've got the map really zoomed out to try and fit everything on the screen.
Like, Colin, you probably get another attack on that other spider if they're lesser foes.
They are. Plus, he has 2 attacks, I think.
Yeah. Am I able to get that other one that's fighting Iphigenia?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll.
Also, you did say that you were fighting. I'll just move it over here.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. Okay, so because you were trying to clear up for Iphigenia to, to be able to stand up. So yeah, that's fine. So go ahead and make your second attack. Cool. Your lesser foe attack.
Oh, that ain't good.
But AC 9. No, that is not. Okay, so as with Jason, I think these things are just probably like a tumbling pile of like chitin legs and fangs. So it's just difficult to see these things in the flickering light of the torch. Iphigenia, that you're no longer surrounded by spiders. You want to get up?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get up and then try to move and attack this one here.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. You get plus. The AC will be 1 less because of
flanking.
Flanking.
Hack it with my bastard sword.
Boom.
again, I guess these things are they're almost the same color as the cave walls themselves, so it's so hard to see these things. All right, who else has not gone on melee? Who wants to melee?
Amar would like to move up.
Yep.
And at least try and attack that one.
Okay. So yeah, because each of these squares is 10 feet, so you can easily fit 2 of you in there. Go ahead. They're -1 AC because of flanking.
1.
Oh, that's not
Woo!
That's all right.
And you hit Iphigenia.
I got another attack.
Okay.
Hit AC 6, and you said -1, so it hits AC 5.
AC 5 is good enough. And that is good enough to take that one down. Bam!
Awesome.
Okay. And what is he? Oh, he's fighting with his Kesti, right?
Yeah, he's hand to hand, man.
Bam, bam. So you swing and batter one into the side. It opens up this, it's exposed like the underneath of its chitin or its abdomen. You hit in there and it crunches through and you leap back. There's only one spider remaining. We've got Preda, Malo, and Reagan who have yet to go.
Malo went.
Oh, Malo went? Okay. So
Yeah.
we got, oh, yeah, right. He killed that one that was on me.
Yeah.
Reagan and Preda, what are you guys, either of you melee?
Yep, Reagan is.
Yep.
So can she slide up into here? Is there enough room?
Definitely, yep.
Okay. And well, let's see here. If I'm
You get a flanking bonus as well.
Sorry, trying to find the. Let me click again. Oh, wait, never mind. I got it. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't, you definitely connect with it, but it's not quite enough to bring it down. However, that is probably enough to trigger a morale check because it has lost all of its allies.
Nice.
So let's just see. Oh, interesting. All right. Then we still have Preda left to go. What is Preda doing for the first phase?
I had her as magic.
Nice. What's she doing?
Oh, well, I was trying to look up. So she has a spell which is cause fear. Can she move and cast or not? Because it's a touch spell. So I'm assuming.
Oh, yes. So you can move and cast in the same round, I believe. It's just that then you have to hold your action for the second phase.
Okay, does the cast include a touch attack or not?
That includes touch. Yeah. Casting of the spell includes the touch attack. It's not a separate action.
All right, yeah. So she'll ballerina into this area here and reach out and try and touch the creature.
Awesome. Cause fear has a touch attack, touch range.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not the fear spell because there's a remove fear that's first level. So this is the reverse of the remove fear, and that's a touch attack.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. Make your touch attack.
Right. And I don't even know what that entails, I guess. But 17, I'm sure, is going to do
17 is good enough. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So yeah, you go in and you hit this thing. What do I need to do?
I'm looking. Remove fear is what it is.
Run away!
Well, basically, yeah, she'll come up holding her holy symbol, and then like she'll touch, and then you just kind of see like a ebony flash of a raven come out, caw at it with a deep, deadly kind of death knell sound. And
so if can I add a flourish here?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think as well, what you guys all see is when she prays to Raven, her entire eyes go black and dead as if a bird's eyes, and her hair seems to get what color is Preda's hair normally?
Black.
Okay, cool. So the hair.
No surprises there then. And you hear the fluttering of feathers and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Like her hair seems to take a feathery kind of cast to it.
And you should probably hear all that. Craw, craw, craw.
Yeah, that was exactly. It was a sorcery save.
Sorcery save. Okay, let's see here.
Modified by will.
It is failed. So this thing is going to beat feet and get the fuck out of here. Okay, so that's the end of first phase. Second phase, this thing won initiative, so it's going to move. Does anyone have melee on the second phase?
No.
We got some moves. We got some stuff. Okay, then this thing is going to move. And where is it here? So you each get a free immediate attack, which does not count against your normal attacks. That's how attacks of opportunity work in this. So it's skittering up the wall and trying to get away from you guys. Anyone who is within melee range there, including Preda, you guys could all make an attack roll.
Yep.
And you guys get your flanking bonus. So let's see if...
Oh, 14!
Holy shit.
Nice.
So this thing is completely...
I just launched my hammer at it.
Oh, not one! Not one.
See, that's why I said no fumbles.
No fumbles, right?
You know what? There is already the feature for firing into melee for the 1 to 3 anyway, so that's penalizing enough. You, however, do not. But it is after that incredibly impressive display while you were working your the magic of Raven. It's a little undercut by that swing. So
yeah, it was too much to try and get her short sword out. So
yeah. Okay, so with those things being down, you guys get a moment to sort of catch your breath, and one of you maybe takes a step out to make sure that there's nothing. Where the fuck did these things come from? And you can't find, searching the immediate area, you can't find any other trace of where these things may have been, where they may have come from. What are you guys thinking here?
I need to test for coming out of rage.
Oh!
Aha.
All right, let's see.
Okay. I'm all right.
You're all right, okay.
Good.
I'm going to be, 1d3?
Yep.
30 minutes, and then I'll be back to normal.
Okay, so Jason sort of stomps off maybe in the direction of the toad pond, and you can hear the banging and thrashing around. Okay, so what about the rest of you guys? Iphigenia is pretty fucking banged up already.
Yeah, she's pretty messed up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and sort of help Iphigenia up, offer her something to drink, because
are there any other effects of the poison? Or is that
just the immediate effect of the thing.
Okay.
So Reagan offers the ale horn again.
Okay, cool.
And she says, "I'm not sure, but I feel like this might be a little bit more potent than yesterday." And so the mechanics will be anybody who drinks it will gain 4. It's 1 hit point or 2 hit points per?
I think it's 2 hit points per level, isn't it?
level. Yeah, 2 hit points per level. So basically 6 people can gain 4 hit points.
Okay.
Mechanically. So she offers it first to Iphigenia.
Jason, we'll assume that his, stomping and his fit is finished by the time you guys get back, so you can.
Yeah.
You're
So
pretty
I
bad.
will take 4 as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody who needs it can gain 4 hit points.
how many people can drink out of it?
6
Total.
basically within 6 rounds.
So everybody, basically, other than you, because you're not hurt, right?
Right. Yes. Yep.
No, I'm not hurt either.
Yeah, neither
Oh,
am I.
okay.
So how many points?
4.
4 hit points.
Thank you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it does indeed taste.
Give a nod to Reagan.
And for those who had tried it the day before, it does taste a little bit stronger. It's maybe it went from a 5% beer up to or maybe from a wine cooler up to maybe a 5% beer.
Awesome.
It's fermenting.
Yeah.
Zima.
It's an ESP now.
Zima.
So, guys, in chat, we've got someone who I can't read the name because it says Cyrillic, but they said, "Here I am, 4th session. Really love hearing you dudes playing." So, thanks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I still am trying my best for you to kill all these nasty heroes, but still no luck yet.
Kevin, would it be? Would Kane know that these spiders? What's my chances of knowing that there was some sort of venom going on?
You can see on, like, when you were helping Iphigenia, she got bit twice, and each of those puncture wounds, you can see when the little veins turn black and spread out the wound. That's what you're seeing on her. And I think that you guys would have been, around snakes or spiders or something. You would have been familiar with what, when someone is poisoned.
So, could we butcher these creatures and retrieve some of nature's bounty?
So, so let me think. The assassin class, I think, has an ability to handle poison, right?
Assassin?
Yeah. It's the no fucking around class.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around too much either.
No, you.
I could assassinate something with this hammer I got here.
All right, so let's see here.
Assassins tend to be a little bit sneakier.
Let me
Yeah.
see. So what I'll let you guys. Does anyone have any profession that might benefit or might relate to that? To being able to harvest. That's my thought is that it's possible you could definitely get drain the venom sacs and these things, but that's going to take some fairly careful handling so you don't accidentally poison yourself as well.
Have we got any alchemists or any sort of?
I think there's some people who are herbalists, but
some of our characters are female.
I'm not.
And that is the female's choice weapon, isn't it? Poison.
Black Widow.
Only if they were married, though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so no one has any sort of animal handling type background or animal husbandry type profession. Okay, so I think what I'll do is we'll make this a. I think we'll make this a. Basically, I'm going to convert your intelligence over to that what do you call it? The attribute test. So if Kane, what is Kane's intelligence?
It's a 12, sir.
It's a 12. So that means you would have a 2 out of 6 chance of successfully harvesting these things.
Is there a potential if he fails miserably that he might poison himself?
There is definitely that possibility.
Okay, just Kane, be careful there.
So
Fortune favors the bold.
I didn't think it would stop you.
No, obviously not. A forlorn hope. Right, let's go. Boo, yeah!
Nice. Okay, so what are you... Do you have something that you can harvest this stuff into? Like, is there anything in the movie that... Because I'm assuming you would have asked around, for a flask or, I mean, I guess
you have one of the wineskins. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll carefully mark it because you shouldn't put poisonous things into unmarked containers, especially not water skin.
At some point in the trip to Thuleborg that Kane is going to paint a little skull feature on someone else's wineskin. Oh God, Prada, no!
Yeah, right. That's good.
Okay, so then...
Why's it got to be Prada?
Could you give me a D4 roll, please, Colin? Whoa! So between all of these things, you managed to successfully harvest 4 doses of penetrative 1 poison. And you can find the rules for that on page 265. I know you don't have the book yet, Colin, but so I'll send you what that information is.
Cheers, man.
So that's pretty good, yeah. Basically what it is it is an onset of 2d6 rounds. There's a 5 in 10 chance of it being detected. It gives +2 to saving throws, but when you fail the saving throw, it does 2d6 damage.
Nice. I think I'll probably use that on some hunting arrows or something like that for that bring down the kill,
Won't that poison your meat?
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there may be for hunting trophies, you know what I mean? For some big monster hunting, just to build up my reputation as a...
I picture Kane coming back with this massive poison stag, look how great this is going to look on the mantle.
And we all die.
Kane doesn't seem like the guy who's going to be thinking 3 steps ahead. He's just this will help me kill it. Let's do it.
Yeah, man, this is going to kill something big style. I'm just going to kill it.
Okay, cool. All right. So that is the what the events for the evening are. Iphigenia and Jason are still looking a little banged up thanks to those arachnid ambushers.
Oh, I'll be all right. I've got more hit points than I started with.
I think that if Jason was to have a catchphrase, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Probably.
It'll be all right. I've got more hit points than I started with.
Do you guys have any healing potions of any kind?
I do not.
I don't think so, eh?
No.
Yeah.
I do have
potions.
my monk ability of cellular adjustment,
Oh yeah, right.
so I could heal Iphigenia
Mm.
6 hit points.
If
Uh-huh.
Iphigenia is okay with you getting that close.
I think I already did it with.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Wait, wait.
no, you did it with Reagan. You
Oh,
thought
it
it
was
was
Reagan last time.
Reagan.
Right.
If you ask
I
nicely,
like
sure.
but Reagan was like, "What's the problem? I'm okay with men touching me." It's like,
So yeah,
I was just thinking
So
about
Iphigenia
Kane.
might
Sorry, go.
Iphigenia might flinch, but if it's if the Seek says he's going to heal, she's fine with it.
Okay, cool.
so yeah,
I was just
Amar
gonna
rubs
s-
his palms together very quickly, and then
Yeah.
once again grasps her kind of by the neck,
Yeah.
right under the chin, and just kind of tilts, kind of pops.
Okay.
Realign
You
the
can-
chakras.
Cool. You could
Nice.
probably see, like, if you get that close, you could probably see, like, because she wears a mask right on half of her face. You
Uh-huh.
could probably see that there's, like, burn scars underneath that mask
Ooh.
at that close enough.
Very cool. Nice. So I will give each of you a point of astonishing fortune for that. That's some pretty good role playing.
Nice.
Okay. So, and Iphigenia, you do heal 6 hit points as well, too.
And I
Awesome.
kind of give a nod to Amar and
Mm.
thank him.
Which is, I think, the most courteous that you've seen Iphigenia since she got off the Gallant. So, what are we doing now, guys? You are as rested as you're going to be. There does seem to be more cave yet to explore, deeper in this one direction. And there is the ever-present sound of the rushing water from the waterfall. What are you
I
doing?
guess the only outstanding question we have about this cave that just gives Mala some feelings of curiosity is why these people came in here with all of that treasure. Maybe they were just trying to get out of the element and start looking for water, but it's quite a bit of loot.
They could have been going somewhere. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm wondering if there was a destination here, but it could be nothing.
yeah.
One thing you guys have not looked over is the personal effects of the previous party.
Let's root through those and see what's there to find.
Now, I know for certain, or I'm fairly confident that Jason is not literate, but and I can't remember if Ash assumes that everyone is literate if you're at a certain level.
Huh?
Does anyone remember whether the game says one way or the other?
I don't.
I don't
I would
know.
imagine it's fairly rare.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well. That it's something like if you're from a class that uses like scrolls and stuff like that, that you probably are literate.
Yeah.
And if you have a profession, like I
Most
think.
characters begin play knowing how to speak, read, and write the common tongue.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so everyone
Okay.
there's a certain level of literacy. So the does anyone speak or read Norse?
I do.
Yeah.
Norse.
I speak Norse.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you can see is that the words in the what do you call it? In the sort of scroll sheath or whatever. There's a piece of or not piece, but a scroll tube made of leather that's got like the wax sealing on it to keep the contents safe from the elements. You had looked at it before and just sort of saw that it was just writing, and there was no it doesn't have a sorcerer's quality. It had sort of like a scribes, I guess, like quality to it. And no one else reads this, right? No one else can read Old Norse?
I think we said that Reagan could.
Oh, right. Okay, right. Yeah, because Reagan missed the first session. That's why because I remembered that someone couldn't read the lintel.
Yeah,
on-
Jason
Yeah.
tried to read it and
And
couldn't
lied.
come up with
Right.
Actually, I'm sorry, Kev. I just have common and Celtic. I thought for some reason that the wand had the wand had runes on it, not
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So it does seem that there are several like there's a lot of writing in this thing, and you can recognize that it's not like a spell scroll. It's like a journal or something like that, and several sheets of separate pieces of paper. So whoever there are some diagrams in here as well, and the diagrams seem to. I'm trying to think here. Why don't you give me? Let's see here. I think the people who can roll for this are Malo and Preda and Reagan and Iphigenia. Give me a D6 roll each, please. Ooh. Whoa. Nice, Reagan. Okay.
Both ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
That's right.
We had no joke last night.
We got it, like all of them. We got it covered.
We had our in our Warhammer game. We had someone roll 99 on one of their rolls, and then use their fate point or whatever to re-roll the dice and roll a nat 1.
Oh wow! Amazing.
Okay, so Iphigenia and Malo, you're looking this thing over, trying to because Reagan is looking this stuff over, trying to consider it again. And I think probably of the party, Reagan, you're probably the one who is the most cautious with how you approach things, just given your experience as a child with the unknown and ancient magics. But one of the things that you're able to pick up is there are you don't recognize them because they're clearly drawn with an imperfect hand to try and replicate them, but there are references in the Hyperborean tongue in here. So they're drawing something that looks like a map structure of some kind, as if like they were copying something from some other source, where it's like blueprints, and there are markings in Hyperborean. It's as if like how if you, as a person who didn't speak like Chinese or Japanese, try to copy a kanji symbol, someone might be able to make sense of that who actually reads Japanese. But there'd be ways you're like, oh, it's not supposed to go up in this area or whatever. That's what it is. So it's someone who doesn't quite seem to understand Hyperborean who is copying Hyperborean onto this script.
So she points to those and says, "I'm not sure. I think this is Hyperborean. It looks like they might have been copying it from somewhere, maybe in the caves."
Mm-hmm. Does the map resemble any of the caverns that we've been through?
No, the map seems to have much cleaner straight lines in it.
Uh-huh. Maybe they were searching for some kind of constructed underground fortress or something, dungeon type.
You do recall from last time, I can't remember which of you made the association, but when you were making your way down into this, like the valley that makes up this, you guys did recognize that it wasn't a natural formation. It was something that had, it was the result of some kind of cataclysm or trauma to the land. You've also seen as you're making your way along here, those crevasses that you found. Remember that those were, those seem to be after the cave formed. It's not something that was there beforehand. Something caused that.
Yeah, my recollection of it, Kevin, was there was like rents in the rock, and some of it was like fused and melted. And
yeah,
right?
So the fused and melted bit, that's sort of how limestone caves naturally form anyway. But you're absolutely right that the cracks, those giant crevasses that you guys have found throughout this cave structure, that stuff would have been formed well after the caves were formed. So something happened that caused those crevasses to form. So what do you guys make of this?
No one here can speak Hyperborean, right?
That's what I was just checking. No, not me.
Yeah,
Does it sound like maybe
is like Hellenic? Yeah.
Does it sound like maybe there's another area in this formation then that we should be searching for that is the straight lines of this map?
That's what I'm starting to feel like.
That would have been probably, I guess, back where we found their bodies, further in that way.
I think that was a dead end, though.
What's it?
But we do have this area to the north that is
Yeah, to the
going
north we
up.
haven't explored.
It's going up, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Who was it who explored further down there? It was I know Amar was there.
And I was back up.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't know for certain that it's a dead end. You
Oh,
you
Yeah,
got
'cause we only had the small light from the fungus bag.
the
Right.
bag of blutterflies,
Same bag of blinking.
which is waiting. It's Chekhov's blutterfly bag. Figure it out. That sucker's coming out. Okay, I thought you'd appreciate that, George.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I think it's worth at least exploring just a bit to see what the options are.
I'm fine
favour.
with whatever now because I feel healthier. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
You're good now.
And I did ask Raven last night, and Raven said, "Oh yeah, you should definitely go up there and check it out."
Oh, perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
picturing Preda having this kind of slight upturned grin in her corner mouth, so you never know whether she's serious or not.
Right. That's great.
All I can think of is Johnny Depp playing Tonto.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
With the bird on his head.
Yeah,
it,
bird on
right.
his head. That's all I can think of.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
Got a
Well,
bird on your head, Jason.
I do have raven black hair.
Oh, okay.
right.
Is it all
Excellent.
kind of gelled up?
Widow's Peak sweat. No, I don't have the Logan on it or anything like that. Like upturned raven wings. No.
Okay, so what are we doing, guys?
I
So-
say follow Jason
Mhm.
back to the places you guys explored.
Mhm.
Let's go. Do you want to check up to the north first?
Sure.
'Cause that's going back upstairs, or at least find out where that is, because we're near that.
Sure.
I've been looking for the map that I drew, but I can't find it.
Hmm.
I know I did one last session.
Oh, that's great.
So, in game, then I guess what happened is it got wet overnight.
Right. Damn it.
Oh dang! It might have been the only paper I could find when I relieved myself in the morning.
Okay, so who is carrying the torch right now?
Right. Do we have torches?
Well, you went through.
I've still
Yeah.
got
Yeah. Iphigenia has 3 more torches.
Okay, great.
2 more from me.
That's a good point. We need to do the torch maths before we go further.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Yeah, I've got 2 as well.
So
I have
that's
one
4
left.
hours. That's 5 hours.
I've got
We got
2.
5 hours. Oh, 7. Okay, so we can take the day, I get sounds like.
Yeah, I think we'll be
Sort
all right.
of.
Well,
We
we can
don't-
take half a day because half a day to get out again.
Right.
Yeah,
go
and we
half
don't
a day.
actually know how to get out is part of the problem right now. So we're gonna have to do some exploring just to find the way out.
Well, we
They're
can
not-
go out the way we came in, right?
We cannot go out the way we came in. Someone jumped over a crevasse that is going to be hard to jump back across.
Although we do have the spider climb and some ropes. So
We do have the spider climb and some
Right.
ropes, so we could try that.
Yeah.
I think Reagan has enlarged person as well too.
That's true.
But
Alright.
I don't. I mean, that doesn't do anything though, really, right? For getting across.
Well, make it easier to jump over.
It does if you give it to Kane, and then he throws the smaller person across the crevasse.
Or he just kind of leans over. He leans over, and then we just climb over.
Right, over his back.
Yeah. Climb over his back.
Kane Chuck!
All right, so we've got options for getting out. It sounds like so.
Yeah.
Let's go to the north first, like Preda suggested, and see what's there. And
Well, remember, guys, the cave with the fungus is real close over here somewhere.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
yeah,
Are you
I
sure you
say
don't-
I say we give it 3 hours and then bug out.
So who's carrying the actual torches too? We need to figure that out, right?
Amar's carrying one of the torches.
Amar's can. So let me see here. Amar has no. He's got 5-foot light on him right now, so he's got the bag o' blutterflies.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I just
like
love
Freda
saying
has a torch.
butterfly. So, okay. So
Can I
If-
claim back my bag of flies?
Oh yeah.
Sound.
okay. So then I'll swap out what you guys have. So Amar now has 20 feet of light around him, and Kane now has 5. Thanks to the butterflies. Anyone else lighting any torches? Oh, it looks like Preda had one.
Preda can use her last one.
Okay. So you got yours. Okay. So everyone's tokens are set up with the appropriate light.
Yep.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. So which north were you talking about, Hobbs? Where did you want to go?
I think we have to go across the water, which is up here. And then down, and then I think it might be back to the north.
So over here is where you can hear the rushing of the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. And we came this way before, so we can.
Yeah.
Now I can hear the dripping.
Yeah.
Okay. So making your way across there again, and remember that as well that there are parts of this cave that do seem to be quite unstable.
Right.
As some of you can attest from the last.
All right. So from this is a main hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went out this way. I remember that. Is there anything? No. it's not.
I'm not sure this is the way or not, but we may.
Yeah, so I think
find
out
out
this
if we
way,
go
the
up
way
there.
you guys are heading, where I
Yeah.
pinged is where Preda walked and got some of the roof dropped on her at one
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
And then this is the place where we fought the frog. So I think we have to go back down
Down
toward
that
where
way.
Jason is
there.
around. Yeah.
What's over here?
Is that the direction you're saying?
That's the same place. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So as you guys are making your way along, let me just.
Uh-huh.
He just rolls it by them. I mean, you know, is anything more terrifying?
Okay, so you're carefully making your way along, and again, like this place is just you're very quickly completely covered in mist and moisture from the ambient haze that kind of hangs in this area.
So let's go back because I think that curve right there just leads to the same chamber. We have to go back along the stream. That's why Preda left you guys and went back the other direction.
Okay.
So like Jason was holding the back, but now he's holding the front.
Okay. So you see this is where the waterfall really comes tumbling down, just in front of you guys. It's really like filling this entire cavern now too. And you can see it drops about 30 feet down as it, roars and there's the thundering of the water hitting the ground. And then there's this passage leading down.
Didn't you go down them stairs to them guys?
Oh, we all went down this way.
We went down
we had farther to go because we came back a long ways to rest.
Yeah, we came back towards safety when we were coming to rest. So we've still got further to go as far as we actually got altogether.
So I'm actually mapping. So if I seem like I'm
fantastic.
sometimes,
That's great.
why.
This is one of the things I love about old school games is mapping.
one of the things I love about old school games is somebody else mapping.
I thought you was working on your Western Lands campaign there, Jace.
Well, that too, I guess. All right, yeah, we did get quite a ways because we had to go under the water and all this.
Yeah, we've got to go through this section here where we've got to walk through the water.
Right.
Why do I have a feeling that what we're looking for might be under the water? Because there are
You may remember that this next cavern that you're moving into,
Yeah,
that's where you were attacked by steerages. Those horrible things. Crafted.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way we didn't kill all of them, did we? Or
One of the things
well, we killed all we saw, but that doesn't.
you have to remember that there's at least 2 different types of horrific life forms that you guys have encountered that were crafted by some extraterrestrial species. Those blutterflies and the steerages were both something that was not a natural creation. Each, let's see here. I think Iphigenia, Malo, and Preda, give me a D6 roll again, please. Okay, Malo.
Yeah.
So Malo, you're getting in here. Oh, and Iphigenia. So both, as you guys are making your way in here, and you're seeing this thing again. Do you remember those horrible tendrils at that one chasm, like the other cavern that was across, that sort of lapped out at you guys and didn't actually get to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the vine.
That would have been. That may be a creation of the same unholy race that created the butterflies and the steerages as well.
These things are not of this world.
No, and to be clear as well, like that's not something. I'm not talking about the Hyperboreans.
Aha.
But maybe an enemy of the Hyperboreans.
Interesting. Dangerous, no less.
Are the Hyperboreans like an ancient race, or are they ongoing?
Yeah. So the Hyperboreans are kind of like it's the Melnibonians with the serial numbers filed off.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hyperboreans are effectively like the most ancient, the most powerful of the races of man. The Atlanteans are the sort of the successors to them, but even the Atlanteans found the Hyperboreans to be, the most learned, the most wise in the ways of sorcery and things like that. But they fell to decadence and corruption.
So to the east is where we found the bodies, right?
Yeah, off this way.
Yeah.
It was right down. Was it in here, or did you go further?
We went further. We went into the next room where there was a lot of cave-in stuff, and the bodies were partially buried.
And they were drained of their blood, weren't they? The sturges have been feeding on them.
Yeah, they were pale.
This down here is that leads down into a cavern as well, and then there's
We
this
have
one.
not been that way.
Is that the north you were talking about, Jace? There.
Yes, it is.
Aha.
So down over here, you do know that there is. So in this direction, if you follow that down, that leads to another waterfall. That the Jason and Amar could tell you that. But yeah, you have not been down there yet.
Looks like there's something to the south.
I think it's just more water down south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we did see something down there, but I can't remember what it was because that's where the sturges all came from.
Yep.
So we've got north, east, or south.
Well, to go south, we'd have to go in the water.
Yeah.
So I want to go to the north,
Yeah.
and then go to the south, to the east, where the other group went. If this is true, and this map leads to some kind of finished, man-made,
Right.
tomb or something.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Me too.
So let me go to the lighting layer. All right, are you guys ready? Go ahead and move yourself up to the precipice there, and then we will reveal what you see. In 1, 2, 3.
That was very exciting, Kev.
Every false
That's
payoff
always
makes the actual payoff all the better.
Exactly. No, it's great.
Okay. And this is a fairly... Okay, so Jason, stop.
Yep.
And Jason,
Give me a test.
give me a avoidance save, please.
Avoidance save.
Yeah.
Failure. I would like.
So you're making your way down in there, and you step on something, and I think
He's going to use Astonishing Fortune, he said.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Smart.
you and I'll let you benefit the other guys as well too. So you step on something and you hear a shifting of weight, and your cat-like reflexes get you back just in time as 2 or 3 chunks of stone boom, 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 fall in front of you. That would have been painful.
Yeah, I imagine. And
So
I'm gonna.
now, guys, you need to take care in this area here because the ceiling, if you're holding up your torches, it seems to be unstable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everybody be careful.
Somebody put the thief there.
Are we going to skirt round to the west of this
Which
chamber?
way? Off to the east is where Jason went, and that's the problem. So we can
Yeah.
actually go farther down these stairs instead of.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for these kind of black areas, I think.
Okay, Malo, stop.
Yep.
Would you kindly give me an avoidance save?
Yes. Avoidance.
Nice.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so you actually only take 4 points of damage then,
All righty.
as the ceiling gives away again too.
We need to keep to the center.
So, all right. So you again the same, and you spare a look back, and Jason kind of gives you a.
There's more this way. Careful.
Curse this place. No good will come of this delving.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So you see the chamber continues to stretch before you, and the ceiling in this particular chamber is quite high.
mhm.
But the rocks that are falling down do have quite a distance to get there. And you can see it appears that there is an escarpment ahead of you.
Uh-huh.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yep.
Well, this is the way you wanted to come, so it's your fault.
Remember, Raven said.
That's right. It was Raven.
She is a trickster.
That's right.
Does Raven actually like you? That's
Of course.
So what you can see, guys, is this this area here. It seems to be like the floor that you are on, the surface you're on, has at some points like cracked and slipped down, so that it leads 30 feet up. So basically, like the edge of your torchlight, you can't even see where it goes. I'm thinking that someone would, either like hold it up to the highermost limit or jump or whatnot, so you can see just at the edge of your light is where the tip of or the lip of that thing hits. And everyone give me a d6 roll. I just want to see who rolls highest here.
So the escarpment's reaching up or going down?
All the way up.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
below it.
We're at the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah. Virginia did pretty well
Yeah,
there.
she got a best roll, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Iphigenia, you are the one, and I think because of your, how you were awoken, I doubt that you would ever admit it, but it's possible you're going to have dreams about how you were awoken, which of course was
By jumping spiders.
to this.
Mm-hmm.
So you are the one who is keeping an eye out most carefully, and you look up and you say the walls, the ceiling. It moves!
They're moving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ceiling. They're moving. Spiders.
see
Spiders
here.
everywhere.
let's hear. You are still in charge of surprise. So go ahead and give me a surprise roll, please. Here we go. And oh no, you are fired. Okay, so once again, oh boy.
We need to lure them into the falling rocks.
Are you guys
Let
ready?
the rocks do the work. Let the ceiling do the work.
Here we go. 1, 2. Oop, I froze up. 1, 2. Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
boom,
Okay.
boom, boom. These all drop down.
Oh, man.
All right, let me get these little suckers out of the way here. All right, so we have, let's see here. There are 2 dropping on Preda, it looks like. Preda, you are hit by one of those. Would you kindly give me a poison save, please. So you take 4 points of damage from the bite.
Does your saving throw go down as you go up in levels?
It does, yeah. I think not.
Where's that at? I'm
At
level
the
You have to
3.
hit like third level, it goes down.
I am 3rd level.
Yeah, so you should have a save, I think, of 15 base.
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, 15, that's right.
Nice.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So no damage from the poison. You're able to pull yourself away from those stiletto-like fangs before the poison is injected. Malo, we got 1 on you. Nope. So it drops on you, and you cast it off before it can get a bite in. Actually, looks like I got 2 that are going on you.
Yeah.
So the second one is nope. That one completely misses. Reagan, on you. Let's see. No. Terrible rolls from these arachnids. And then I got 1 left that is going on 1 of 3 here. Let's just roll randomly. 1, 2. Kane. One of them drops down on you. That will be good enough. Would you kindly give me a poison save, please? So click on your saving throw. I think you get a +1 to your poison saves because of your constitution.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, easily. Okay, so then you only take 3 points of damage from this thing's fangs. So that's the end of the surprise round. Guys, we're rolling initiative. So first off, declare what your actions are, and then Arlen, you will be rolling initiative, and you're going to want to beat my 4.
Kev, can we discern the state of the ceiling at all by just looking at it, or is...
I don't think there's enough light. Like, your torch only goes 20 feet.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
all right, melee, magic. Nice.
Was that 4 damage or 3 damage?
3 damage. 3 damage, and then you got... I rolled a 4 for initiative. Okay.
The floor in here.
What's that, Hobbs?
What's the floor? Is it stone or is it sand or
stone?
dirt?
Stone again. Okay, we got who am I missing here? Kane, right? Great. Okay, then Arlen, you're up.
Rolling.
By 4.
Roll the 6.
Nice.
So heroes, you're up first. Melee, who wants to go?
Why don't I try to take this one that's on Reagan first off?
Sure.
Okay.
So
Give
that
him
gives
a
you
shot.
5 wing, right?
It's AC 3 because we're flanking it.
Yes. Boom. So that is 1 that you just sweep of your bastard sword, and it is gone. Ugh. Who wants to go next?
I'll try to take the one on Preda.
Okay. These are lesser foes as well, Colin, so you can attack a second time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's AC 5 with the flank.
With the flanking, that is good enough.
13 damage.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
one of the ones on Preda you were going for?
Yeah, exactly. The one next to me in Preda.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Boom. Done. All right. Who wants to go next?
Reagan can take the lower one on Malo.
Okay.
And oops, where's that?
Swings her battle axe.
Swings the battle axe as soon as she finds the.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Okay, so it's not quite dead, but it's definitely. I'll put a little
She likes winging these things.
boom, a little dot on it where it's to know it's been hit. Okay, whack. Who wants to go next? Who else is Malene?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'll jump back from where I got bit, and I spin my hammer a couple of times around my head and just go for try and clump it straight on the head.
Nice.
Awesome.
Amar, I think, is engaged with it as well. We'll get a flanking. Oh, that's not great though.
No.
But you get 1 more, right?
Yep.
Oh
That's
yeah,
about-
and then sort of I'll try and rescue it with a backswing kind of thing.
Oh, and if you're curious what the blue
Oh
is,
yeah.
that
what is
definitely gets.
blue?
I guess if you roll both minimum and maximum on your dice, it gives you a blue result.
Oh, interesting.
Is that? I was wondering what that blue was.
Yeah.
Okay, so that fucking annihilates this thing. You try
Nice.
it once and it skitters out of the way, but then you just sweep, and on the backswing you shatter its carapace.
That first one was just a feint. I just feinted
That's
to one
right.
side.
It worked.
Okay. So who wants to go next here? We've got, let's see here. Reagan's gone, Mallow's gone.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, and then I think we're on to the spiders.
I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I hadn't.
Are you meleeing? You are, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Amar, and then Prado, you go ahead as well.
All right, so I'm going to hit that one that's already been bloodied right there.
Okay.
Click.
What does Praetor fight with, Jason?
Short sword and dagger usually.
Oh,
All right, so we'll.
Okay. That's not quite good enough. And then,
Oh my god! What the
oh, and that one. Oh God. So yeah, these things. I don't know why. You know what it is? Is you're being cognizant of the fact that you're on that unstable area.
Yeah.
So I think you're just being overly cautious. You're not able to get a good enough roll in there. All right, and then Prada. Wow. So Prada leaps in on this one. Her dagger in one hand, her sword in the other, and she makes quick work of it.
She drops the torch, flickering beneath her, casting her raven hair into a likeness of her friend and Totem, the raven.
Nice. After that thing bared its two fangs, you showed it yours. Now you can
take a point of damage, right?
Sorry?
I did take a point of damage from the bite as well.
You took, thought it was more than one.
I don't know. I don't think you ever said.
I took 3.
Yeah.
You took 3. So yeah, you either took 3 or 4. So let's, you know, fuck it, I'll just roll again. Let's see. You took 5 points of damage. Okay. Sorry, Hobbs. Okay. Let's see. Then that's Amar. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're on to the spiders for melee. So we got 1 on Malo.
Mm-hmm.
That is. I don't think that's good enough. AC
6.
AC 7 actually. So though it misses. And then on Reagan or Amar. It's on Malo as well too. You know, I'm gonna roll randomly. Okay.
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5. Reagan, yeah. Let's hear. I can't decide. So many eligible targets. Okay, so then Reagan, I hit an AC 5.
She has a 6. So
She has 6. Okay, so then you take 6 points of damage. This thing gets in right in your weakness.
I'm feeling astonishing right about now.
Yeah, man.
Point?
Yes.
Okay. Well, are you spending that on the poison save, or are you spending that on the attack?
Well, if I spend it on the attack, then it doesn't get poisoned.
Nope, that just reduces the damage. You also have to make the save.
Okay, can I find out the whole effect first?
Yeah. So you can make your poison save, yeah.
Well, let's find out the whole effect, whether or not let's do the poison save first, and then find out. Sorry, where's my...
Fortunately, these things do seem to be quite small, almost immature.
That's a hint.
Yeah.
That means Mama's nearby.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we will we'll be using it on the poison.
That's a good call. I just rolled 11 points of damage for the thing, so it's only 6 points of damage from the bite. Then.
Okay, got it.
Okay. All right, so that's it for them. Now we're on to missile. No one's got missile. Magic. Iphigenia, what are you doing?
Iphigenia imbues her bastard sword with the chill touch. So you hear this guttural voice as she makes an incantation and prays to Mortazen, and the blade becomes like a sickly purplish light.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now, do you get to make an attack as well during that phase, or is it?
No, I didn't seem like it. So you have to cast it, but then it lasts for like a turn until until you hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So
it
then
does extra damage.
You can move as well if you like.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and then I think that's it for first phase. So then we're on to second phase. We've got some holds. Anyone who has declared move, you can go ahead and move yourself on second phase. The spiders are not going to move. Spiders do have to make a morale check, though, because you've killed more than half their number. Nope, they're still hungry. And you are in their lair.
Can Prada during... If she wants to use like a hide or something like that, does that have to be? You should have to write that during the thing, or?
Well, I mean, like where would
my action's already gone, right?
Your action is already gone. You can still move, but like, where would you be proposing?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming there's like rubble and there's like some shadows as the flickering torches are about. Or
I mean, if you want to run 20 feet away from everyone and get in the darkness, you could potentially make a hide check.
Like if I just ran over here or something, but my torch would have been dropped already.
Okay.
Watch out for that ceiling, though.
I understand.
Yeah, if you run over there, that's the unstable portion.
All these are the unstable portions, right?
Yeah.
Left and right. Left and right was dodgy.
Yeah. So the way, like Hobbs, if you, setting aside the fact that you were carrying the torch before, if you say drop the torch and there were like, bushes or something like that, I'd let you make a hide check then. Okay. For future circumstances of it. Okay, so then if no one else has any moves or whatnot, I think that's the end of the turn. So we're on to round 2. Declare your actions, guys. And then we'll roll initiative. Arlen, let's see if you can beat my nat 1.
Oh, I think I've got pretty good odds.
Let's see.
These things are quite dexterous, though, as far as creatures go.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like fighting skeletons or clumsy zombies here, or those lumberous toads.
I think that's everybody. Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry. So, with a correction, it's not Cyrillic, it's Greek alphabet. Sorry about that. I don't know either of them. That's my ignorance.
Okay, I rolled a 1, so
now
dexterity time.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, no. Okay, so these things have a dexterity of 13.
As do I.
As do I.
Okay, so
I've got
anyone who then it's simultaneous action, I guess. Anyone have a dexterity lower than 13? No.
I guess not.
Okay, so then everyone's got their actions declared. Whoever has so these things are going to melee again. Anybody who has a dexterity of 14 or higher, who has declared melee, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Not me. Nice.
Wow, Amar.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
Crit.
Okay, Amar. Wow. Oh, crit. Yes. So let's see here. You are a monk. Give me a D6 roll, please. That's another reason I can't wait for my DM screen. Sick of looking this stuff up. Okay, 1. So that means you are doing +1 damage. So it's 5 points of damage, actually, which is enough.
That was great, Jason.
Yeah.
Dyson logos.
To bump it up. Oh, look at that. Holy shit.
If you get a chance to scan that in and send a copy later, that'd be awesome.
That's terrific. Hobbs, you get a point of astonishing fortune for that. That's fucking great, man.
That's great.
That's Dyson Hobbs.
No, nothing like that.
Hey, so Amar, before you can see that these spiders are about to leap, like to basically lash out and get your allies, and that's enough for you to sort of like, you do this sort of like spinning kick kind of thing over the two of them, your saffron or your azure colored robes billowing behind you, and you bam hit the two of them with a strike, and then get yourself into sort of a cool pose. With both of them falling down, and both Reagan and Iphigenia, all three of Reagan, Iphigenia, and Malo, sort of like look shocked and perhaps a bit impressed at your martial alacrity. So,
very, very impressed.
So with those things down, guys,
does Amar fight with his bare hands?
Bare hands wrapped with the leather and metal,
the Kestis. Yeah,
kind of thing.
It's kind of like knuckle duster sort of thing.
Basically, it's basically is knuckle dusters. I forget there is a Hindu word for that, and I can't remember what it is. Or maybe it's Punjabi, but
I will forever picture them like the way Brahm draws them in Dark Sun, which is like an insanely unnecessary amount of spikes coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it does appear that this was the last of that brood of spiders, and it does seem like, looking back up at that escarpment there, you can guess that seems to be where they have come from.
So we think the mother might be up there. potentially.
How high is the ceiling?
You cannot see the top of the ceiling. Actually, it's probably if you toss your torch up in the air, like piercer avoidance style.
Right. We're gonna patent that, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Kane is considering lighting some sort of flaming arrow to shoot up onto that platform to see if it see what happens.
So unless you have arrows that are treated with like pitch and whatever else on the end, you might be better served to just like light a torch or something similar and toss it up there.
Oh, well, I could do that. It's just not so cinematographic.
That's not so bad. You're absolutely right. You can definitely light one of the torches. You know what? Here's what we'll say is that you are clever enough to build on what Hobbs had suggested before. Like a little bit of a leftover torch from one of the burned ones. You secure that to the end of your thing. You light it.
That's it. That's
Cool.
exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
Hey, before you fire it up there, someone else take the torch. I want Preda is going to start to scale the escarpment, so when it gets up there, she can maybe sneak attack something or whisper what's happening.
This is terrific because it gives us an opportunity to demonstrate the consequences of rolling a 1 to 3 on a range attack.
Oh wow!
Perfect.
It's a stitch up. It's a stitch up, Jace. Trying to get me to shoot a hobstar. I'll never live it down.
No.
I love doing stuff like that as a player, so you can too.
All right, so this is what you see, guys. Is climbing up to the top of the escarpment. Oh, you know what? No, that's right, Will. So let's take a 5-minute break. We blew past our usual bio break, so let's take a quick 5-minute break here, and then we will come back and see what horrors await Preda at the top of that escarpment.
Awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thought I turned my camera off. Apparently in the wrong place.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was like, oh, I've got to go now.
No, that's totally fine. We blew past our usual bio break, so
Yeah.
oh my god. So it's so fucking cold here. I do have to get groceries at some point today, but otherwise, I currently am rocking what could be best described as the Lebowski look, like an oversized cardigan, yoga pants, and a gaming shirt.
Now you're in Canada, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Calgary, so it's just north of Montana.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you sounded Canadian, but I didn't know for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Your accent's not as strong as a lot of the Canadians that I know and play with.
So the funny thing is we get like I guess it depends on what part of the country you're from as well. We don't have as pronounced a difference in different regions as what the States has, but we got a lot less people as well too. But it's funny. I lived in Scotland for a year in my undergrad, and I worked at a BT, like a British Telecom tech support place.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have people routinely ask, what part of Ireland are you from? Because I guess we have hard R's, just like the Irish. So, and I'm like, I'm from the part that's pretty far west. Oh man,
Kevin, you sound about as Irish as I do, mate.
Yeah. There's no accounting for the intelligence folks calling in for tech support.
Yeah, were they from Japan or something?
Well, I think they were just released at the time. I think that 6 months before, either what is it? So there's BBC and there. What was the other one? Sky. Sky's the major network. Yeah. Sky had just put out some report on how all telecom jobs were in India. So it would alternate between people asking me, what part I was from, or what part of Bangalore I was from. I'm like,
I reckon probably they were just totally confused by your accent and thought, well, it's not American, and so they just went, it must be Irish.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we got waiting for Robert and Carl. You back?
Where are you from, Will? You from down south in the States?
I'm from Tennessee.
Okay, that's pretty far down south, isn't it?
Well, we're kind of
middle
on the border between the north and the south. We consider ourselves southern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm constantly amazed by the American geography. I was looking on a map there the other day. I've got this GMT game. It's like a war game. And I think you sort of always look at the map and it's North America, so it takes in Canada and Mexico and that. But when you actually look at the United States bit, it's actually wider than it is long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really wide, miles.
About 3,000 miles or so.
Yeah.
The saying I heard when I was living in Scotland was that 100 miles is a long distance in the UK, 100 years is a long time in North America.
Yeah.
And you still don't get across the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I think is Carl back? Do you know?
Yes, I'm back.
You're back.
There
Okay, everyone's back. All right. So we were talking about the ceiling. So the ceiling is probably, after tossing the torch up a couple of times, you can probably judge that there are stalactites in here as well too. Thankfully, no carnivorous ones, at least not where you guys have moved thus far. And the ceiling seems to be about 50 feet up at this point. So that means there's about from the escarpment or the top of the escarpment 30 feet up until the ceiling is about 20 feet.
Okay.
It's in the open area. But then we were having Preda crawl up the side of this escarpment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Some bold choices on Preda's
That's
part.
right.
What's, 2 batches of spiders. What are the chances of there being a third?
Very slim.
To the bold go the spoils.
That's right.
Nothing up here, guys.
I didn't say anything like that.
Not out loud.
Yeah. Okay. Good judgment on the part of the party to let the priestess of the thief god go first. So you head up to the top there, Prada, and as you crest the top, you find yourself in. Oh yeah, I'm assuming you've got a torch with you as well, or there's the flaming arrow that
Up above. Yep.
being sent up. Yeah. So you get up there and you're able to shine your torch around a bit. This whole area is just covered in enormous cobwebs. Huge, sprawling, like just it's not enough for you to really, if you walk gingerly, to not get caught up in it. But this seems to be the nest. And as this carries back as well into the a cavern, it narrows very quickly to only being about 7 or 6 feet tall at its highest. And this area seems to be full. But right around here, that's where you can see there is a fairly large thing. It's not a stalactite or stalagmite rather. It's not a just part of the webbing. It seems like something has been cocooned in webbing, and it's about man-sized.
Huh. Interesting.
All right. So is it moving at all?
It's not moving from where you can see it. No.
Well, Raven is also the goddess or god of healing and curiosity. So Prada will move up.
You're going to need some of that healing, I reckon.
So you inch yourself a little closer. What are you saying? So you guys can see from below that Prada has disappeared above the lip of the escarpment and is making her way further forward. Are you shouting back what you find, Prada?
No. I don't want to shout anything.
Where is she? Where is she gone? Where is she gone now?
We'll give her a minute.
I'm sure
What
she's
is she
fine.
doing?
Okay. So you inch your way forward, and as you're getting closer, I mean, you can make out the more rough form of a body. It looks like, and it is covered in these sticky but fairly strong filaments of webbing that cover most of this. This thing has been cocooned in webbing, so you have to cut it open in order to see what is inside.
Yeah. Sorry.
If you hit it or sort of like push it, it doesn't respond whatsoever.
All right. Well, I have the torch in one hand and my short sword in the other, and I'll try to hack it free.
Okay. So you hack the thing. Do you mean like open the cocoon, or do you mean hack it free from the wall so it falls down?
Falls down.
Okay. So yeah, it falls down with a thump once you carve enough, bits of the webbing away. Again, it makes no response when it hits the floor.
All right. Take a moment to look down and make sure nothing has felt, the tendrils of the spider web moving, and so to investigate.
Yeah, you carry or hold your torch out to look down to that other corridor there, and what you can see is that it does extend further down. So it's almost it's a maddening uncertainty as to what might be further down there. But after a few strange seconds of staring, there doesn't seem to be anything moving from down that corridor.
All right, so she'll sheath her sword, heft the body, and move over towards the escarpment.
Okay. So you grab half the body and you move your way over. So after a tense few minutes, you guys see Prada reappear above the lip of the escarpment, carrying some kind of white burden in her over her shoulder. What are you doing, Prada?
I'll ride it down like a shield.
Like a toboggan?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So
I'll leave the torch up here, though.
Okay, so well, I mean, the way that this escarpment is, it's not like an incline going up. It's as if part of the floor had fallen down. So it is a fairly sheer area. So you would have to. Do you want to do you have any rope to lower this thing down, or are you just going to push it over the side?
Sure, take away my fun. I see how it is.
I had one thing I wanted to do today, Kevin. It was ride a corpse like a toboggan.
Yes, and all you want to do is take it away from me. No, she's just gonna push it over.
Okay.
Aw.
This thing hits the ground with a sickening thud, and I mean, obviously, you all can guess that this is a corpse that's inside that thing.
Well, it
Was
is
there
now.
a jingle as
Camper
part of
now.
that thud, or just thud?
From the, what here, I mean, it's fairly well cocooned, right? These are pretty big spiders, so if there was anything of value inside there, then you probably wouldn't hear it. It's mostly just the thud.
I call up to Prater. Any more spiders?
Well, she goes, there may be now. Keep your voice down, Kane.
Oh.
She scampers back down the escarpment.
Okay.
Kane's hard of hearing. He doesn't
Yeah, I
do
knew-
good at
I
keeping
knew-
his
What
voice
do you
down.
say?
Rockstar hearing. Okay, so this
It's the
body is
hammering.
yeah, that's true. Black. Oh my God, it's the medieval equivalent of Rockstar hearing.
That's it. That's it.
So you what are you gonna do? You got this this body there.
Well, when she gets down there, she'll slice it free with her dagger.
Cool.
Okay. So you get that, and you cut this thing open, and there's a couple things that happen when you cut it open. For one, the smell hits you, and the smell is of rotted meat, because whatever this thing was, most of its innards have transformed into basically like a gelatinous state by the venom, no doubt, of these spiders. I think Iphigenia and Yason, you can't help but think that, like, would it not have been for your allies, this very well could have been you. There are whatever this thing was wearing, this person was wearing, has been reduced to rags by the trauma that it has been through. But there is the remnants of some kind of satchel that is strapped to its back that is mostly decayed, but you're able to sort of, being the scavenging heroes that you are, you do look through it, and while there's whatever other supplies were in there were destroyed, there is one thing of interest. What it is two discs that seem to be sort of connected to each other. Connected to each other, so they kind of can move. And on the outside of they seem to be made of like a brass type metal, but it feels, Kane, you would know that this feels light compared to the to what the metal should be. You've got certainly enough experience working with metals that this feels lighter than what it looks like it should be. Mm-hmm. Not like so light that it's like plastic, but I mean just the weight of the metal goes off. So it's strange. And there is markings around the exterior of these things that seem similar to the markings that were in Hyperborean on the script. So, and the other thing that you notice as well, Kane, if you put your bow down to take a look at this thing, you're not sure how the hell these things are hinged together. Like, there's no obvious mechanical thing. It seems to be moving through some, like they're connected through something that you just can't grasp. Whatever the mechanism is, it's either sorcery or some kind of forgotten technology.
Or it would have been forgotten if somebody hadn't talked about it on their podcast.
Clever guys. What are you moving this thing around? I mean, it looks like
It's just like freakily.
Yeah, like if you think of like the how like the unnatural way, I can't remember what it's called, but that like weird cube thing from Hellraiser.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I can't remember what it's called because
It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's Lament configuration.
Lament, yes, the something of Lament.
Yeah, it's configuration.
Right, so that's what this is. It's got like moving bits in it, but it just seems wrong. Like you can't fathom how this thing seems to be moving. Iphigenia and Malo and Preda, go ahead and give me a D6 roll, please. So Preda,
No idea.
yeah, and you guys are looking at this, and like apart from the recognizing the markings as Hyperborean, it's just like what is this thing?
Huh. That's cool.
If
I could, but I mentioned to the group, if you wish, I can try to see if it's magical.
Be my guest.
Very well. So I will start mumbling in my Mako type voice. My eyes go really wide. And I don't know if I see anything, but
what you do see is this. It flares in your sensing perspective. It flares with.
This is nothing like any kind of magic I've seen before, but it is magical.
No, and it seems. I mean, the way that I see Hyperborean stuff is just that it is genuinely shocking to even the most learned of magical scholars. Their knowledge is so old that like even the Atlanteans struggle with trying to make sense of what they worked. This is a piece of Hyperborean magic.
Cool.
Or arcane crafting.
Kane has an observation. Spellcasters and readers of words, this may be magic, but it did not save this fellow from the spiders that lurk in this chamber.
Excellent point. All right, so we should just stow that for now, I guess, and maybe we can find out more about it when we get to Thule.
Where is the mother of these small spiders? I grow restless.
I'm guessing, Preda, did you see anything up there that would indicate there was a mother of all spiders somewhere lurking?
Nope, just a long passage. But I don't really know that we need to go up there to find it. Maybe we should continue
onwards.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
And just assume that it will find you. That makes sense.
We know Kevin too well.
Do you guys want to? I mean, I can't take a rope and help you guys and get up there. And
obviously you couldn't see the end of that tunnel, obviously, correct? Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a quick look just to end that part of the map.
What makes you think it will?
It may not. I hate leaving things behind us that we don't know what's down there.
Oh, I see the video game, the Zelda theory of dungeon delving.
You said for not leaving a potential flanker open as well, too. That's wholly unrelated to video games.
What if we retreat from this passage and somehow cause the ceiling to fall and seal it off so that a creature cannot follow us?
That's interesting.
I'm not sure that
sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you'll be able to. You guys really have no real way of sort of doing that safely as well. Too. It seems like when the ceiling has come down is when you guys have been basically underneath it. So if you guys
safety legislation, curse it.
All right. So what are you guys? What are you gonna do?
I don my safety boots and hard hat.
I'm happy to go with the group's consensus.
I guess we can backtrack and go explore where you guys found the other bodies.
You can always toss the bag
Good.
of fungi into the tunnel.
Okay. All right. So you guys carefully trace your steps back along the way that you came, avoiding the collapsing ceiling.
Let the record show that you retreated and I did not. I retreat under duress.
Kane is shaking his bag of butterflies up at the escarpment.
Curse you, big spider lady. Spider mama.
So you get into this main chamber here, and it does stretch down, and there is the roaring sound of the waterfall from behind you, and there also is that sound coming from up ahead as well.
Uh-huh. A roaring kind of sound like a waterfall?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
You can't leave me in the dark. I have my glowing flies.
That's
Okay. So you make your way forward, and now that you guys are getting closer, you can see when someone with a torch gets a little closer. Light!
There we go.
Okay, so there is a chamber that leads, or a passageway that leads down to your right, and then straight ahead of you, there is another escarpment.
Uh-huh. It looks like it may potentially go to that same place it came from.
Okay.
Should we continue to the east? Or should we...
I think my roll 20 is about to freeze up because I can't hit anything. I'm just going to hit refresh, and I'll be right back here.
Okay.
Let's see if it spazzes out or not.
Mine dropped.
Uh-huh.
Did it drop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's become unresponsive. So I'm going to exit page, and I'll go back in and then reload. Here we go. Boom. Roll 20.
So did anybody have any trouble getting here?
Getting where? Where'd we go?
Yeah.
Getting to the game, you know, this is sort of like, you know, I'm just making small whilst we're waiting.
Yeah, first thing that
So where is everyone from?
I have to say one thing.
Okay, we're going to quickly reposition the avatar.
Who said the art of conversation was dead? Jeez.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see here. Hobbs. I suddenly got a bubbling in my ear again.
Yes, yes. I glance around, waiting for my ceiling to collapse.
Every time I see your the image of your avatar, Will, I want to watch season 1 of True Detective again. Okay. Where are our stalwart heroes? Oh, yes, of course, right near the. Can't reveal that. Okay, so the escarpment is there, and you can see to the top. So I'll reveal that for you as well. So let me move you up here. I should double check and make sure. One thing I noticed okay, so what I'm going to do between now and I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to waste time on it. But I actually changed in one of our other games so that everyone can only see what their token can see. And man, it made for a fucking great session.
That's great.
One guy decided to go scouting ahead in a troll cave without anyone else.
Awesome.
Oh, it was great. He wisely cast a silence spell on something and then brought it in so he couldn't shout back.
That's great.
Oh, man. Okay, so yes. So you can see that escarpment goes up, and then there is the way leading down to this larger chamber here. All right.
So this area is where we found the bodies.
Uh-huh.
Right. And you can also, I think you guys did make the saves last time, so you know that where that rubble is, that's all unstable areas. You can hear the roaring of something right here too. The same, and the mist is drifting out, so you can guess there's a waterfall in the darkness right over here.
Is this over on the other side more escarpment?
It is, yeah. That one leads up 40 feet though, so you have barely the tip of your. You're tossing the torch up. You can barely see the lip of that thing.
Did we ever establish what killed them guys?
Probably.
No.
They were
I
bloodless.
don't think so. Yeah. We were thinking Sturges, but maybe
Spiders.
it's spiders. Yeah.
But you'd think they would have been taken and cocooned if
And
that
cocoon,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is that, and then you can't see it, but you can hear the sound of water down here.
Mm-hmm.
And this escarpment runs that full length of the cave, it seems, as well.
Oh, I see.
It's like 60 feet long, and then the tip of it, or the edge, is about 40 feet up.
Huh. Let's see, so that.
All right, so right there. Everyone just stop moving for a moment.
Yeah. Just like a photo opportunity or something?
Yeah.
Smile.
Okay. So let's count these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're such a drama queen, kid.
That's
What are
right.
what are you counting?
5 are safe.
So let's do something here. All right. So as you guys are cautiously making your way down here, Yason and Amar are sort of idly explaining where things were found and what's in there. There's the roaring of the sound of the waterfall off to your right. There's mist that fills this cave as well, too. And Kane is still muttering about, where is the mother of this thing?
Yes.
And as if in answer, something suddenly pounces. Yason, would you kindly give me a strength test, please?
Test of strength, not feat of strength.
Test, yeah, not feet.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
You are hit. And you take... Holy fuck.
Whoops.
That ain't good.
Jinkies.
Astonishing
It's
point of
never good when
fortune.
the DM's got to go looking for more dice.
Not good. Not
You
good
got
at all.
some astonishing fortune.
Yeah, you
there.
definitely have some left.
I
right?
have some. I'm gonna wait and
Okay.
find out.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happens
yeah.
Before
I predict you'll be using it.
I kind of predict so too. Although if it's something poisonous, I might want to save it for the poison
Ooh.
test.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, Ouija 5, 6, 7, 11, 13 damage. And I need you to make a poison save for me.
Okay, can I make the poison save and then declare my?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see if you succeed, and then success.
Okay, well then I'm gonna prevent that 13 damage.
Well, the thing is, there's
Yeah.
actually something that happens with the success as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Success makes things slightly less shitty. It means you don't die outright.
okay. Well then let's find out what happens.
Okay.
Save or die.
What would otherwise another 12 points of damage?
So it's take 13 or take 12.
Yeah.
Well, no, you take 12 or take 13.
25.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Well then I guess I'll take 12 instead of 13.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
So
what
this is what suddenly pounces out of the darkness. And let me just make sure that it is size appropriate.
Swallows the whole thing.
Oh man.
Ooh.
And it has sunk its massive fangs. Fangs the size of a short sword into Yason, who's kind of and falls back, bleeding.
Wow.
All right, guys. Now, let's see here. Carl, you still have been, I believe, rocking the surprise. Oh, you failed surprise, right?
He did.
Someone else.
He did. Okay, so then Arlen is rolling initiative right now. Hobbs, why don't you roll a d6 for me, please? Let's see if there is a surprise. Nice. All right. So then, guys, you are not surprised, no doubt, because of Kane's helpful reminder that the mother awaits us. Would you guys kindly declare your actions? And then let's get down and fight. And Arlen, you are still king of initiative right now. Ooh. We will see if that remains the case. Nice. This is not a lesser foe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hit it with my hammer. I declare the hit with hammer action. All right, so then
I'm assuming that the chill touch is gone now. It's been longer than a turn.
Yeah, it turns 10 minutes. I think you guys unfortunately fucked around a little longer than that.
Yep,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Initiative time?
spends a swift action cursing the wasting of time of her allies. Oh, so we tied again.
Oh man.
Which means 13 dexterity. So I think this thing acts at a simultaneous time to what? To Jason. Who's the other one who's got 13 dexterity?
Kane
13.
has 13.
I do too, but I'm not meleeing this round.
Okay.
Virginia has 13.
First up, melee. Anybody who's got a 14 or higher dexterity.
All right. So I'm going to move in here.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot of magic going off this round.
Unleash.
Okay, so you are flanking it now?
Fireball it, Hobbs.
What?
Fireball it.
All right,
A
so my
bullet.
first punch didn't hit, but the second
All right.
one probably did.
So this massive and ancient creature has no doubt grown fat of centuries of feeding off of whatever things make its way in here. It has broods dating back before any of your villages from your birth, any of them were of any significance. And over that time, this thing's ancient carapace has grown stronger and stronger. And your two hits against this are as if hitting granite. No
man,
Ooh.
better armor class than that.
Bam.
Wow.
That's not good.
Okay.
No.
So that was it. Let's hear. Jason and Kane are the only ones. You guys both have dexterity of 13, right?
Yes.
Okay. So simultaneous. I'll let you guys roll first, and then I will roll its attack. So go ahead, guys.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Holy smokes.
Nice.
Wow.
Max damage,
So
too.
while this thing may be ancient and it may be fearsome, it is nothing compared to the power of Jason. Kane. So Kane's strike, unfortunately, this is like hitting your anvil itself. Bang! It goes off of its hide. Whew. Big hit from Jason, though.
Yeah, man. 12 damage. Good shot.
All right.
Yeah.
So this thing, okay, I'll move you up there as well. I think that was it for melee, which means it is this thing's turn for melee.
Mhm.
So these massive chittering jaws turn. Does it continue on with, I think it's clever enough to know to focus fire.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-oh.
So
That's
it
not
is going to try and get you again. Man, this thing's got a really good Thaco as well. Ooh. Okay, so I rolled well enough to hit an AC of 5. Is that good enough?
I have an AC of 4.
Yeah!
Nice.
Nice. So it comes and it is so close. Your bastard sword gets up just in time to batter these things' massive, hungry fangs aside. Whew, close one. That is it for the melee phase. No, is there anyone doing missile? I don't think so. So we're on to magic. Who wants to magic it up?
The Virginia does almost the same thing, except this time instead of the chill touch, the purpley glow of the chill touch, electricity coruscates through her bastard sword.
Nice.
Imbues it with shocking grasp.
Awesome.
And then I can move, right?
Yep. And is shocking grasp actually does let you make a melee, doesn't it?
It says I can put it into a reasonable conductor, so I'm assuming metal sword is reasonable conductor.
Yeah, but I guess no. My question is whether does the spell say that you make the attack at the same time?
It just says sorcerer touches his target, unleashing a jolt of electricity.
So here's what I'm gonna touches the target. Okay, so then Yeah, so it does, and it's got no duration, right? It's an instant spell.
Yeah, so I guess I gotta go up and touch
Yeah,
it.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can use.
But you might be able to do second phase melee, right? Because you did magic for the first phase and then a half move and melee second phase.
Well, and the thing is, I don't think you can. I don't think Shocking Grasp is like Chill Touch then, because if what it says is that it's through a conductor, that would be like touching a puddle of water and charging it through that, right? Because from the sounds of it, it just charges automatically.
Okay. Yeah, it's instantaneous. All right.
So did you want to touch? Did you want to do the touch attack instead then?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. I don't know how touch attacks.
The raven chuckles wickedly.
So whatever your Thaco is, what a 17, I think.
Yeah.
So 17 plus 1 from your what's your strength bonus?
Plus, the 18, so plus 2.
Plus 2 to hit. Okay, so your Thaco is effectively a 15 then. So go ahead and roll a D20. Let's see if you hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
That is good enough. All right. So you leap in. How much damage does it do?
1d8 plus 2, my level.
Nice.
So
And I don't have any save or anything, right?
no.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right.
Seven.
Nice.
Awesome.
So electricity plays across this thing's carapace and into the gaping hole that Jason's bastard sword left in its side, cooking this in this horrible smell of microwave guts filled this chamber. All right. Next up, we've got 2 other spells coming off.
I'll let Preda go first. I want to go last.
Okay. Preda, what are you doing?
So Preda reaches into her medicine pouch and like flicks all this water over top of the creature, this Ungoliant or Shellab or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And and its ears are filled with the cackle of ravens, and black feathers kind of shadows shatter off of it. So I've blighted the creature.
Ooh. So
Cool.
what? Do I get a sorcery save against that?
No, it's just -1. So it's got -1 on all saving throws, -1 on fear.
And -1 on attacks as well?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Cool.
I love the flourish to it as well. So these things, it's multi-segmented eyes are just sort of like in the torchlight are dancing in fear at the sounds of these ravens flapping around it. Last spell for first base. How long we done?
So I don't know if it's actually going to work. I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to start casting and mumbling in kind of a sonorous way to try to put this thing to sleep.
I love it.
So
Malo and Amar look at each other and are like, Plan Delta.
So I'm targeting a single creature at 5 hit dice or fewer. I don't know if it has 5 dice or fewer, but I can roll my amount of hit dice it would do.
Powerful. You can feel that your sorcery, like normally you can feel when it gets purchased on a target. This just shatters against the weight of the ages under this thing.
That makes sense. It's not surprising.
Okay. So you gotta stagger back and realize the power of what stands before you.
Yeah.
Reagan does have she's going to do her rune.
Okay, nice. Which rune?
Enlargement. So while all this is going on, she basically slices her palm, fills up the bone rune, and moves forward and touches Jason.
Oh. So I'm going to move out here so that no chuck.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. So I believe that is the end of the first phase. Anyone moving? Oh, looks like we've got nothing else happening in the second phase apart from maybe move. Oh, Amar, sorry, did we skip your turn? Oh no, you opened. Right?
No, I opened up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this thing is not moving. You have not make a morale check yet. So then I think that is the end of the turn. Round 2. Declare your actions, please, guys. And your initiative rolling will have to beat my 6.
Oh boy.
That's going to be a tough one.
Before we do that, what does enlarged person do aside from making me big?
So it increases your damage by 1.5 times.
Okay.
And what else does it do? It would be nice if it made your hit points bigger, but I don't think it does.
No, I think you're right. I think the damage is the main effect.
Sorry, I had it.
Enlargement of badassery.
That's right.
Yeah, you gain a 50% damage bonus to all attacks. That's really it for
Okay.
this.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
2 attacks. That it might be better to put it on you. So
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Rolling initiative.
Here we go.
Fuck.
Whew, so you are fired. It is
Yep.
now off to George.
Okay.
You had a
Let's
good
see what
run,
happens.
though, Arlen.
Yes, you did.
Speaking of having a good run,
Yep.
now it is this spider, though Jason is oversized, and though this thing is distracted by the sorcery,
Amy, he wants to play.
now it is.
Oh, they got destroyed?
Which got destroyed?
He's talking to his wife.
Oh, okay.
How does the
Retracted
cat?
for me?
Your cat's now too. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. So this thing will skitter forward and still try and sink its fangs into the oversized Jason. I hit an AC of 5 again.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so
Yeah.
and
After a little longer.
clearly at
That's
bay.
right.
Whew. Next up, Malie. Who wants to go?
I'll go
I
ahead.
think, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, good lord.
Oh God,
Jeez.
What the
Oh,
hell?
man.
you're battering against these things, and you can see that the kind of textured hide of this thing is actually tearing parts of the leather from your Kesty apart. You're beginning to get worried. Why can you not hurt this thing? Who
Yeah,
wants to
this
go
thing-
next?
I will take my 2 shots.
Here we go.
Oh, 15
Oh!
damage.
Nice.
Now, did you? So the damage is actually 50% more.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
So
That's
nice.
33.
That's
No.
amazing.
30 odd.
15 and 16 is 30.
31.
Nice.
How
Whoa.
does this thing die?
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Jason. So Jason is huge. The bastard sword is huge. Jason just starts wailing on it, smacking, one leg off, another leg off, and we can hear him grunting, "I fucking hate spiders."
Damn! And this thing is a ruined wreck. before you
Amazing.
guys even get a chance.
Oh,
I think the
That's
final
awesome.
stage is with him just hoofing it with his foot, and it falls over in the back. Its legs twitching upside down, kind of, and then laying
Awesome.
still.
That's great.
Um,
Good work,
that-
everybody.
size you were at, because I think how long does the enlarged person last?
I want to say like 10 minutes. It's something like 6 rounds or 6 turns.
That'd be 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a turn. But
Enlargement, 1 turn.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Okay. So a success, you can actually that ledge is only about 20 feet up, so it actually might be because it's 40 feet up. If you're, you would double your height. So you're only 12 feet tall. Sorry, I was for some reason thinking you were 20 feet tall.
mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Like he just seemed 20 feet tall because what he just
does,
did to that spider.
You can boost me up there if you'd like.
well, I can climb myself, but how about I boost you up there because I'm looking a little low on hit points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so let me reveal what is up there, which is really the only reason I play these role-playing games is to do this. Are we ready to see what awaits you guys?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Whenever he does this, there's nothing.
It's all a big
It's
tease.
gonna make it so much
That's
sweeter.
right.
You're like, oh, fucking nothing. It's fucking. Oh my god, the dragon!
The spider dragon. Apparently.
Spider dragon. Hobbs, I'm putting that in my back pocket, and we're cracking that out later.
Oh, great. Perfect.
We'll see who gets there
Spider
first.
dragon, that is
Yeah,
badass.
right.
Who gets there first.
That's what we'll call Race the Spider Dragon.
Yeah, people are buying products and they're like, why are all these spider dragons came out in around March in 2019?
Web attack. Oh my god. Web breath. Web
Web breath.
web breath.
Burning.
That's awesome.
Oh god,
That's
so
great.
good.
I love
Okay.
it.
So what you find is Preda and Yason, if you guys do scramble up there, is very much like the other landing, but much bigger. The ceiling here stretches up about 10 or 15 feet tall. It is fucking covered in webs. But and these things seem a lot more adhesive than what the other ones are. So you are going to be wanting to kind of burn or hack away at these things. There are.
So you want the rest of us to get up there before you start doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. There are quite a few things you do find up here as well. And only some of them are going to try and kill you.
I'd rather stay back here.
How fortunate.
I'll go up and help.
Okay. So let's see here. First.
We all just climb on up Jason's back and
Yeah.
hop on over.
Yeah. Okay, so let me find.
Barbarian ladder.
Jason wasn't berserk, right? When
No, I was not berserk.
No.
I used my berserk with the first spiders we fought when I took what I thought was going to be the biggest hit all day, and then I took a bigger one from the mama spider. So
okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so where is it?
I don't think I'm gonna mess with that poison.
I think that's a good idea.
That does seem to be a fairly ignominious end for.
Right, exactly.
How did your epic hero die?
Yeah.
He fumbled a craft check.
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So,
keep trying for level 1. He's good.
first thing that you find as you're searching through here, there are a number of completely drained and desiccated husks of creatures, skeletons that have been here for probably centuries. Piles of these things that are hidden throughout the various areas and nooks and crannies of webbing. Some on the ground, some partially up, and some even farther up. But in the course of your searching, you do find 3 things of particular interest. The first is a staff made of what looks like those who actually would have grown up on a coastline.
Reagan.
Preda did.
Yeah. Yeah.
This thing seems to be, it's about maybe 5 feet long. It is a staff that it looks as if it was made out of like wet, blackened coral. And it seems to have, for some reason, it's actually like clasped in the hand of some skeleton. There's no, I should say by hand, I mean like there's a hand and there's an arm and that's it. And that's what was clasping this thing. It does appear to be a human hand, or at least it was at one point. But there is this long black coral staff. There is also, if you search through here, Kane, something that does seem to look of interest to you.
A hammer.
Funny you mention that.
Uh-huh.
It is a hammer.
Aha! Hammer!
This hammer has the same markings on it that you saw on that brass or whatever metal staff that you found earlier, in the sense that it is Norse gravings on it, Norse marks, likely Futhark runes. And what this is, 1 second, I'm trying to find the damn thing. Yeah, here we go. So this has a round cylindrical head decorated with runes and a thick beaded wooden shaft. It is and it does seem in your hands that it seems as if it has a very favorable heft to it.
Nice.
So this is something that definitely has power to it.
Hammer of the gods.
I trust
Mhm.
none of you, my fellow companions, have a problem with me hefting this hammer in the direction of our foes.
I have a problem with you not hefting it in that direction of our foes.
Okay. So what this is... Yeah, is effectively a +1 great hammer.
Mm.
And yowza. Once there's one other ability, and I'm going to assume that you guys will sort of sort this out between now and just not use the ability until you use it, identify a thing on it. But once per week, in one mighty blow, the wielder can breach or knock down one structure no larger than a small house, like a gate or a mine
Yeah, you
or
can.
a statue or a wall or a shrine. However,
That's
after this
awesome.
use, you enter into a berserk rage.
What?
And in the absence of enemies, the chance of attacking allies is 2 in 6.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Stand back. I'm going
Okay.
into mashup mode.
Yeah. But you do have to rest quite a bit. You have to rest for 6d4 turns.
Oh my god.
And the turn is 10 minutes, unable to do anything but stare at your hands in utter confusion and despondency.
This is awesome. Is this out of Astonishing Swordsmen, Kev?
It's a combo of what's actually in
Yeah.
the thing that I'm using, and I'm using a modified version of the Great Hammer.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is a phenomenal. If you were to guess, there's probably some other. You might learn more about this particular item through diligent research and consultation with knowledgeable sages.
Cool.
But I mentioned there are
Or
3
hitting
things.
things with it.
Let's see how this
Deep
works.
consultation.
Yeah.
How about this?
Awesome. I've only killed 25 companions.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Our companions have 3 hit dice now, which means they're worth more XP.
This is all working out.
Okay, there is. I mentioned there are 3 things you find. The other thing
Yeah.
you find is a locked wooden box.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think found the locked wooden box, guys?
Freda.
Preda? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes. So we never heard about it.
So Preda, you've got pick locks, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a pick locks check for me, will you?
Geez, I don't even get to check traps on it. Or anything
Exactly.
first?
Come on. That's a
Oh, yeah,
trick.
you want to check traps first?
Usually, I mean,
Cautious. Ooh, I want to make sure I'm not poisoned.
Uh-huh.
What's your chance of detect traps?
5 and 12.
5 and 12. Let me check for you.
Okay.
It does not appear that this thing's trapped.
Awesome. Now I will try and open the lock, which is also 5 and 12.
5 and 12. No, that you can go ahead and roll. You'll know whether that's open or not.
So you're like a thief wizard, Jace, yeah? Like a thief sorceress.
Thief cleric.
Crazy. Yeah.
Oh.
0
Oh.
successes. So you're having difficulty getting this thing open. But fortunately, whatever traps may be on this, you did not trigger.
Somehow that's weird.
And somehow, yeah, that worked out.
Okay. So you're not able to get the sucker open. Anybody else have, I guess no one else has thief skills, right? I know.
What a hammer.
Got a hammer, yeah.
He tries to open a box and goes berserk and kills us.
Did you say it was a black box?
It is a locked wooden box.
Okay. All right.
The staff was black.
Just right, black
Yeah, it's a
coral.
staff. Okay.
How big is the box?
Yeah.
Box boat. Yay. So
Is there a way we can try to pry it open? Maybe
what
Let's
you
just
can,
stash it for now until we get to Tuleberg, maybe.
that's fine
what
too.
I could do is I can just make an item, whatever may be inside that. I just make an item saving throw for it and see whether.
Then
I'm saying
Then
that's
I'm good with what Prade is suggesting. We wait until we get to Tuleberg.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Then, what we will do, guys, is let me quickly crunch some numbers, and I will let you know how much XP we gained for this session.
There's no money.
Mhm.
No coinage. No.
Who picked up that staff? Somebody pick up that staff.
Not yet. I mean, I was considering checking it out, but I mean, maybe one of the Warlocker should.
Well, Iphigenia, do you have interest in the staff?
So Iphigenia, let's see here.
No, staffs are for shepherds.
Fair point. Fair point.
Everyone put how many astonishing astonishing fortune points you have left.
What?
I actually have one this time.
I was when Iphigenia says it's only for shepherds. Prada will respond, "Well, you are all my flock, so perhaps I should take your staff."
Perfect.
Zing!
Have at it.
Thing.
Have at it. You've done a lot of climbing,
The crow
poking and
staff.
prodding.
Okay. Wow, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thanks, guys. 450 XP from your astonishing fortune. And
I only count 8.
Those critters.
I only count 8, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Good
You
thing
can give
that
me an
my
astonishing
God doesn't
fortune for
require
that.
careful reading.
You could give me an astonishing fortune for that if you wanted. Then I could have.
That's right, and then it'll be 9.
And then you'd be right. And then your maths would be good.
Right. And everybody is correct.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's see here. Now, those creatures were pretty easy, so I mean, I'm imagining you're not going to get a lot of XP from them.
What?
Okay, so that's that, and then the biggin. Man. Okay, so let's total up what you guys got here. I love that there's so many of you guys. So even when you get a lot, it really nets not a shit ton. All right, and there are 7 of you. Whew. Guys, prior to your XP bonus from Prime Requisites, you gain 1,054 XP for today.
Sweet.
Nice. One.
Cool.
Did anyone ding?
I did.
Yes, Iphigenia is 3rd level now.
Nice. Okay,
I'm too.
so we
Maybe
are
probably
on to
Reagan, I would assume. So we were behind.
Probably, but let's see here. I can find what the next level for her is.
Kev?
So am I right in thinking that Kane will be getting the big fuck off hammer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if I guess Mal and I can roll off for the 2 discs. That's the only other item of interest.
She barely missed. She's still only 2nd level. She's like, well, let me see here. 8.
I'm not concerned about the discs.
Yeah. So she needed 599 or 6,000. She's at 5938.
Nice. So are you still not 3rd level?
Nope.
Oh,
62.
all right. So that's where we will leave you guys, is in the chamber of the spider.
Awesome.
With what looks like something that carries deeper on into the cave, and you still haven't explored down to the south either.
Mm-hmm.
That will have to await some further exploration. So let me just get out of the game here, and we will commence with the outro. Stop. Great. Okay. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for session 3. Is that right? Session 4 of our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. You can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email. And my email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, you can see that there is a link in the description of the video to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel. There are multiple members of our party who have been very generous with their donations in the past, and as a result have played some pretty memorable solo sessions. So one of the rewards you can get from the donations is a session that I will run for you and your friends or my friends or whoever you want, running whatever game you like. But there are a lot of other smaller rewards and more reasonable rewards as well, including introducing NPCs to the campaign, giving Astonishing Fortune to our heroes, or any other, or a bunch of other options. That is, of course, completely voluntary, so please don't feel obligated to go through. But if you enjoy the content on the channel, you enjoyed the session, I just ask that you consider clicking through, learning more about the charity campaign and more about SOS Children's Villages International, the charity that this campaign is benefiting. All money goes directly to them. None of it's eaten up by bureaucracy. None of it's eaten up by the channel. And last but not least, I want to thank my players. So guys, with the longest thank you list of any other game I'm running, thank you to Arlen, Colin, George, Hobbs, Carl, Rob, and Will. Thanks so much for playing this morning, guys. This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, thanks, Kev. Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Cheers, Kevin, man.
All right. Well, otherwise, for those listening at home, thanks again for watching, and happy gaming.